You, good evening, Tinterweb. Welcome to Heavyweight Gaming. We are an RPG channel. We do lots of RPGs. We do them all through the week, on and off. The schedule is ridiculously inconsistent due to the real world at the moment, but we are trying to get them out as often as we can. This is our D&D 5th edition campaign in our homebrew world of Colossus, and the campaign is called Fables Among Titans. And this lot are either Fables or Titans. We'll see if they reach level 20 or not. So, on our lovely social media platforms that exist all throughout the world, type in Heavyweight Gaming, you'll find us, follow us, subscribe to us, whatever the terminology is used on that, and see what we're getting up to and what
It's
we're planning
gravy
to getting
time.
up to. So yeah, social media is all good. Sponsors for this particular session, and most sessions going forwards. Holy shit on a stick, 13 glorious months being an unofficial sponsor and amazing
It's gravy
channel, you bunch of
time.
magnificent bastards. Poetic, Dwarf Warrior. Poetic.
I was gonna say, I knew who that was before looking.
So our unofficial sponsor is Dwarf Warrior 25. He's putting my kids through college. Thank you very much. We have Loke Battle Mats, who are fantastic map designers. They do the big book of battle mats that you basically A3, A4, A5. You flip them open on your table. Boom. You've got tundra. You've got mountains. You've got dungeons. They've done taverns and towns, so now you can have taverns and towns on the maps. And they've got a wilderness Kickstarter that is either just live or just
It's gravy
live.
time.
So check out that, as you can see, modelled by the lovely Luke. That's his February post. Look at that. Just bang them out on the table, job done. The bonus to it is they also do the virtuals. So everything they design, they do virtual. So if you use Roll20 or Fantasy Grounds or other virtual tabletops, you can just use
gravy
their maps,
time.
get them off DM's Guild. Some are free, some are pay what you want, some are a couple of quid. So jump on that. Thank you very much, Dwarf Warrior, for the gifted tears. It's very, very much appreciated.
It's
So
gravy time.
Jesus, right, here we go. So there's Loki Bottom Mats. We also have Coyote Grey, who you can't find under Coyote Grey on like Twitter, but if you go to Roll20 and type in Coyote Grey into the market search bar, you'll find their chibi tokens. That there are like 7 packs of 30 tokens in each, and they're about $4, $5 each. And he's just done a Cyberpunk one that we use for our Cyberpunk games. So go check out Coyote Grey. Proper cool. I love chibis, so I'm a bit biased, but they are cool, beautiful, amazing, and you'll see them hopefully if this lot get a fight. We have Ruffworx Creative.
Gravy time.
Jesus Christ, there's a goddamn hell of a lot of gravy time coming on tonight. We have Ruffworx Creative, who is beyond talented when it comes to leather work and woodwork. Go to Facebook, type in Ruffworx Creative with an X, not a K, and as you can see them popping up in the chat. The stuff that you'll see that this chap has made it's just incredible. All of it's unique. None of it's ever reproduced again. So go check him out. They're unbelievable. And we also have Ashana, who is a glass crafter. She makes glass figurines. We are slowly getting together the pack to bring it over because we want to get one box sent over rather than many boxes. But we will soon have some little glass dragons for to protect your D20s. And possibly, maybe, hopefully, some glass D&D figurines based on the characters you see before you. That's our sponsors. We use Syrinscape for all our background music, so if you can hear it or you can't hear it, let me know and I'll turn it up or down depending on what you guys need. It's on the same mixer as the players, so I do need to, just kind of balance it out a little bit, but I'll do my best. If you throw 200 bits at this particular session, this lot get a free reroll. They can only use it on their rolls. They can't use it on my rolls. They can't carry it over to next week. They can only ever have 5 at one time. Thank you, Dwarf Warrior. Just like that. They can only have 5 at one time. And they cannot use them on their death saving throws. So yes. As you told you about Syrinscape sponsors, social media. We've got a Patreon page. I will say the Patreon page will be slowing down in the next month. To the point where we will no longer be using it, as we are going to concentrate on our public published source material. There we go. We'll go with that. We recently just released Tasha's Heavier Crockpot.
Bits and bobs.
Of bits and bobs. And it has like 25 subclasses in it, 80 new spells, feats, all sorts of stuff. It was number 8 on DM's Guild most popular list. It was the best pick in the copper tier, pick of the week in the copper tier. It's over 70 copies sold. I'd have to check the exact number, but thank you very much for that.
9 at last check.
18. There you go.
11th at the moment.
Look at that. So please go check it out.
It's really good. I've bought it as well. I'm like, it's so good.
It's there's quite a lot of people been involved in writing it, and there's a lot of geek creativity in there that is just amazing to see. So that's what we'll be concentrating on this year, is reproducing and putting out more stuff like that for your lovely selves. What have I missed, Mel?
Rerolls. We've got 2 of them.
Well, you've got two of them, but I did
we have announced them.
I have announced rerolls. That's cool.
I'm gonna put the thing in.
Right, so
Yes. See, I'm trying to do it as I go along.
so the players you see before you have Sean playing Sapphire, who is a monk / barbarian. We have Luke playing Kesvion, the fair fighter. We have Mel playing Ari, the human swashbuckler / bard. We got Jeannie playing Ruby, playing the human druid, and we've got Jade playing Xandria, the fair warlock. So, let me put some beautiful music on.
Beautiful music.
Beautiful. Oh, let's see. Oh, that's not what I expected, but we'll go with it. Well, that's minging. We'll have that. Right, so, little recap. Over the last few months, this lot have been involved in more ways than one in the civil war that has taken hold in Ravenholm. The northern houses have decided they wish to be in charge, and the southern houses have said no. Who knew that I'd write a north versus south plotline?
It's gravy time.
Thank you very much, Salty Kit Kat Bar. Brilliant. I love that.
I know them. They're over at Kelly's channel.
Hey. So, during the Civil War, a chap called Ulrich decided to lead a force of warlock / clerical knights of the Hooded Wolf into the autumn fair realm known as the Forest of Copper. He has done so quite successfully, and the party are en route, or on their merry adventures, trying to gain as many levels and loot as they can so they can take him out. This has led them to the Ivory Wall, which is the wall on the far eastern side of Ravenholm, which is indeed a gargantuan ivory wall that protects Ravenholm from a perpetual cycle of fiends, demons, devils attacking the wall, trying to take the souls of Ravenholm. Aristotle is a noble of the wall, and they decided to go back to the wall, find out what was going on. Ari's had some visions. He wants to confirm the visions are not overly devastating, but we shall see. Family have been met on the way back. Weddings have been announced.
Don't.
Alice has been
Told you
dished
to
out.
stay hydrated.
Trauma trains have left stations.
Trauma trains crashed through the stations. A
Mass
kiss,
casualty throughout.
a kiss on a cheek was shared, and now this lot, I don't forget, and this lot are took the teleportation circle from the town of Torberg to a southern western point of the wall just inside the forest. On appearing on that particular circle, they were met with a banner pole stuck in the ground, and the banner upon it had an eagle diving from upon the high to low, chasing an arrow. 3, 2, 1. You're in. Before you, there is a small glade. You look at the circle beneath you, and you see the fadings of ash and chalk dissipating into the soil. The forest around you is thick, as thick as it's been elsewhere in Ravenholm. The trees are dark wooded, the green leaves are a mixture of green. They're at the arse end of autumn, but these particular trees down here by the wall don't seem to lose their leaves as much as those deeper into Ravenholm, for whatever reason. The symbology ahead of you, Ari, you know to be from the house of... he says. Padura. So the House of Padura are a
You needing my sheets up.
basically are the hunters, trackers, rangeress specialists, and they seek out ways through the landscape, majority on the other side of the wall into where the demons seem to rest, and keep an eye on those small trails that lead into the mountains and such, or the forests and that could possibly give the demons an advantage on the wall. And they spend a lot of their time in small cliques out and about, trying to make sure that they have enough information to bring back to the wall itself to keep it safe. They also specialise in ambushes and traps and taking out some of the more annoying parties or packs of demons and fiends and such that they see. They are actually the second largest house on the wall, or part of the House of the Eagles province, because it's almost as an important a role as standing on the wall in heavy armour. But there is no sign of anybody. You're just in this small glade with the sounds of the forest around you.
I presume I'd know my way kind of from here towards where the wall would be.
So looking up, you can basically see that through the thinning tips of the trees, you can see the wall is like about a day and a half maybe trek from where you are. It's morning, it's not late or early, it's mid. So you have the full day ahead of you to trek. But yeah, you are aware that the wall is of a northeasterly direction. But you can see the height of it just from being a day and a half away. To you, it's not that awe-inspiring, maybe a very nostalgic feeling, but to the rest of you, especially so the Xandri and Kestrion, something structurally this large you've never witnessed. In fact,
How do they move it when they need to go somewhere? No.
the only thing it can compare to is the Sapphire Pyramid that you both know to be in Pottermire.
50. That's heckin' big.
This is just a little big.
Somewhat large.
Did the
Have a
teleport
pyramid?
make anyone else feel queasy?
Oh, I'm not used to travelling that way. Nope.
So, what do you do?
I'm used to running very fast. Bit different.
Ari, do you know where we go from here?
Yeah, basically it's about a day away, something like that, day and a half. And I know this area. This is the area of the Padura, basically. They're one of the other houses that's nearby, so we're in friendly territory.
Is there anything we should be keeping an eye out for, or?
I mean, you heard what they were obviously saying about the fact that there's a lot of demons and fiends around here, so just keep an eye out. But it's usually closer to the wall. But from what they're saying, with them kind of coming through everywhere with the veil being thin, just keep an eye out.
So don't bother activating my Naginata because it's going to blind me.
Yeah, probably not the smartest idea for you to do.
No, not unless we need to track a particular fiendish creature, I suppose.
Well, lead on then, Ari, I guess.
Yes, Your Majesty.
I don't think he's that important.
No, I don't know titles in the West, okay?
Barry is fine.
You could call him my lord, I guess.
No, please don't.
I'm not sure I could.
No, I don't mean I wasn't insinuating that we should call him my lord. I was suggesting Sapphire, since Sapphire. Never mind, it doesn't matter.
I was mostly being a facetious ass, but that's okay. It's good to know.
Please do continue being a facetious ass, but just call him my lord.
Little Lord, got it.
Harry.
Little lord, I approve of that.
After you, Little Lord.
Onwards, little lord. Take us to
He'll
your
just kind of
glorious
look up.
realm.
At the much tallest and stronger Sapphire and go,
Sapphire does an affectionate hair ruffle.
And next thing you know, Harry's doing a ritual on a rapier.
If one of those gems starts glowing sapphire coloured, I'll be concerned.
He's got a white claw mark on it. Right, so you're just going to lead the trek then, Harry?
I guess so, yeah.
I'm gonna keep a wee eye out for shenanigans as we go. Because I don't know where we're going, but I sure as heck don't want to get surprised along the way.
So I think he'd probably rather stick to the forest now as well, knowing a lot more about the forest in general, because obviously he was always told to not go in the forest, but he'll kind of want to try and keep off the roads a little bit.
Okay.
Smart.
As ever, when hiking in a forest, Ruby will just be like,
Oh yeah, Ruby
looking
will
at
just
everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
just,
Touching, licking.
I haven't licked anything.
Ruby, give me a nature check.
I'm going to use the one with the pretty flowers. That is a 19.
Okay. The trees here are far younger than the ones you've seen so far in Ravenholm. And the colorations of their leaves remaining... There's a few that are carrying the arse end of autumn, but a lot of them seem pretty healthy, still carrying most of their green. It's almost like they are, like you'd have to remind them, like, do you know you've not let your leaves go, sort of mentality. Like, when you look at the trees, they kind of... You reckon they should be shedding their leaves, but they're clearly not. Especially with winter clawing in, so...
It's October, isn't it? And the reason closer to the Copper Forest that things were showing as the very end of autumn was because the autumn in the Copper Forest is dying.
That's what you believe, yeah?
Okay.
Ominous,
So as you start heading in a northeasterly direction, I mean, you can't really miss the wall line. The sounds of forest life are present. There's no... It doesn't feel dangerous. The last few months have obviously been very clear cut of what it's like to be in a forest that may be filled with things that go bump in the night, or that may cross into realms where the pixies and fairies steal away your souls. But round here just feels like a very peaceful, almost garden type feeling. And even you notice there are slight parts where you're pottering through the forest that you don't recognise. Like, you grew up obviously around it, you'd have played in the forest. The southern parts of the wall have a safer element to them because there's a large estuary that splits the southern part of land mass between Ravenholm and Heroes Run, and the demons, for whatever reason, never choose to use the water to go around the wall. But it's fresh, it's nice, there are birds, there is not... Your hairs on the back of your neck are not standing up. You don't feel there's anything to look over your shoulder for. And you trudge peacefully for maybe half a day. Birds chirping, stomachs start to grumble, and you all chill out for a midday snacking of ration packs. During your little camp, an arrow is fired. You're off to bed?
Yeah.
A small ginger child appears in the forest.
Ah, it's Puck, I understand.
Night, mate. And an arrow hits a tree nearby, just thuds into it. You quickly look in the direction of where the arrow came, and you see two people emerging from the tree line. Human, in greens and browns, wearing camo. Not that mate. Blonde hair, green eyes, and about 6 years old. So they
Kill them.
good luck.
Wow, Zandria.
I take the arrow out the tree and fire. Pachoo!
Unfortunately, it goes in your eye and you die. So you coming towards you is a older-looking woman that has clearly shaved their head recently, but it is now on that. It's just started growing back again, so it's got a bit of an uneven messiness to it. She looks incredibly tired. Bags under her eyes, just worn, trudging through. The longbow in her hand is almost used as a walking stick, but she's not an elderly person. She just looks tired, and she's heading in towards your small camp. With her is a young lad who's got 2 crossbows with him, one on his back, one in his hand. And you can see that there is emptiness to the one in his hand. You look across to the arrow and are a little bit confused that he's fired an arrow and not a bolt. But here we are. Shiny black hair. Really shiny, fresh, healthy hair. Just hanging loose around his shoulders. And a bit of a half smile that doesn't seem to go away as he walks towards you. And they both just approach the camp. He doesn't look as tired or as worn as the woman. But here they are. Just from their colorations of the greens and the browns and such, and a few greys, you're quite confident that these 2 humans coming towards you are of the house of Padura.
I'm going to kind of be keeping an eye on Ari through, kind of eyes darting between the 2, waiting, because it's like, someone has fired an arrow at us.
Ruby!
Ari has not jumped to his feet yet, though, so
Yeah,
I'm going to
Ruby's-
follow his lead, but my hand is decidedly on the hilt.
Ruby stood when the arrow hit, and the grip on the staff indicates that a casting of Shillelagh is but a moment away. But again, the fact that Ari hasn't rolling
He'll literally,
initiative.
just be getting to his feet sort of slowly and just be kind of hold up a hand and be like, greetings. Does he actually recognise the 2 of them?
Give me a history check.
Not on a 2. I'm not going to get anything.
No.
So that's a 6.
The only thing you know is that the lad is far younger than you. The woman may be same age as yourself, but she just looks like she's had a rough few days. But you don't.
What colour's Ari's hair?
You don't recognise.
What colour's Ari's hair, Mel?
You even.
Is this the going town to town looking for the bard's children thing?
That's
hair,
campaign
yes.
2.
Yeah.
Like campaign 2.
Long, curly, shiny black hair.
Okay, he'll kind of just be like, greetings, I'm Aristotle of the House of Eagles.
The young lad just sort of expectantly, there's someone from the House of Eagles in front of him. It's like he's met them before. The woman pauses as if it doesn't take any deep insight to know she recognises that particular sentence, if not your face. She just nods. The young lad gives a bit of a bow that you're used to when nobles were doing their thing back in the day. And then she just sits on a log nearby, resting, short of breath. And the lad goes and retrieves his arrow, and then just turns to you. Hello! Aristotle of the House of Eagles. They've not seen any of your lot down here for a while. And I've just done something stupid.
Usually you lead with hello and then you shoot.
Why? Wasn't shooting at you.
Oh no, if you were shooting at us, I could have caught it. Who are you?
That's pretty impressive. If you
Oh,
catch
thank
it,
you. I can catch arrows, yeah.
cool. And he
Instead of
just
looking at his
spin-
character sheet if he's the right level.
He spins his second. Well, so you're about to find out. He
No.
spins his second crossbow out.
Oh,
and
yeah.
fires it at you.
1d10 plus 10. That is a 9 plus 10, so that's a 19. So it does less than 19 points. I can catch it and throw it back at him if I want to.
It definitely does less than 19 points.
So he'll catch it, kind of spin it in his hand, and fling it at the dude's feet, and so it will land just in front of him.
Well, holy. All right. Then he picks the arrow up and he twangs it back in his thing. That's pretty impressive. That's skills.
Well, crosses his arms,
skills.
looks proud and grim, and then turns to look at the others and goes, God.
I've not done that in years. A bit rusty.
Yeah, I don't think I'm about to do it in this campaign at all. So yeah, it's definitely been before he hit Ravenholm. He's just
like,
Ruby's just got like this glance at Xandria where it's like, are you fucking seeing this shit? We're surrounded by idiots. Like, what is it that comes with being male that means
look at Ruby and just.
So putting these arrows away, you will notice the two quivers, one on each hip. He just potters over and sits next to Sapphire. That was damn impressive. We could do with you a lot on the wall, or in the forest, or out of the forest on the far side. In there, we could do with your sort. I'm Haria, by the way. That's Florin, and the woman just sort of nods across, but continues to sit hunched and wheezy. You lot come from Torberg. We got a message from Anastasia who said you'd be coming in, but we didn't have time to get back to you. And well, you come from that direction, and I don't suppose anyone else has.
we have come from Torberg. Darius transported us here. Basically heading back towards the wall.
Oh, that's good. I mean, I'll be honest and looked up at Sapphire. When they told me the white line was coming, I just thought one of those like stories again, but you're an actual white line. That's fair.
Yeah, that's not the first time I've heard someone. Yeah, I'm an actual white lion.
Well, do you know the way or do you need helping? Anastasia didn't say, just said to meet up with you. I mean, we're kind of on a potter around. We've got a couple of days swap where we're just hunting food and such, while some others do a bit more wet work, but we can guide you if you want.
That would be helpful. I grew up around these forests, but
did you?
Looking different.
He looks at you quizzically. How old are you? They haven't been here that long. A few years, 10 years maybe?
I haven't been around for a while.
Oh yeah, these would have been nothing when you were around here. I mean, and he starts just pointing at tree line. Yeah, we grew a load of, well, I say we, you know, we put a load in, planted them, needed more trees around here. Some that were his own, some that weren't here, you know, in control of the, and he notices Kesfi and Xandria. Well,
great for 10 years, I'm impressed, that's nice.
Oh, well, you know, it's not my doing, but there are people that can, you know, speed it up. They live on the wall. Magics and stuff. None of you lot do magics?
Speaking of, I'm going to put the kettle on.
Oh, nice. Do you need help?
I'm rolling a medicine check because she looks like she needs it.
Oh, is this for Florin?
Yeah.
Medicinal tea.
That is a dirty 20 on the medicine tea.
Medicinal tea.
Medicinal tea.
Yes. Roll 7d4. So, yeah, you start making your brew and it is very well smelly of niceness. There you go. Description.
Smelly.
Descriptive.
Congratulations, you've just made Yorkshire tea.
Hey, whoa, hey.
No, I'm saying it's a good brew.
Everything should be Yorkshire tea.
You have
Yorkshire
to hit
tea
a
is
natural 20 for it to be Yorkshire tea.
That is the rule. That is the rule.
So you wanting guiding, did you say? Starts sipping at the tea and he's like, this is a pretty good brew, this.
I love how they're all northern, isn't it? Like
Yeah, that's the magic of the tea is you take a sip and it makes you go, hey, that's a bloody good brew, and then turn back into whoever you are.
Wait till you get to the desert lands. They still talk like this.
He'll kind of glance between the two of them and just be like, definitely appreciate it. I think I know the way, but like I said, I haven't been here for a long time, so would definitely appreciate some guidance.
That's no worries. I mean, it's still about. Well, you could, if you forced it and just walk for the rest of the day, have a bit of a kip. We could probably get there late morning, maybe early afternoon tomorrow. I mean, you can see it, and he just gestures towards the breaking in the trees. This gargantuan entity. And he starts like eyeballing your weapons, or at least the ones he can see on all of you. There's his eyes do linger on yours for a little bit of a while, but then he looks at the others and, oh, that's good. That's good. There's I mean, we've not been jumped for a few days, but there's definitely things on this side which you've never heard of, Harry, of the wall. So just keep an eye out.
I heard that things were bad. Partly why I've come down here just to check up on.
Oh, they're horrendous. It's not been like this in years. Well, you know, when the sound is up and that, I were all for it, but it's got a bit. I thought it would be on the other side of the wall, not wandering around Ravenholm itself.
How bad is the other side of the wall looking?
You ever torn apart a boar with your face?
Yes.
He doesn't look shocked.
I'm probably not one to ask.
But I was just okay.
That sounds bad.
Yeah, it's like that everywhere. It's like before it was just lots and lots of, I don't know, stupid's probably the wrong word, but they weren't very. It's like they just wanted to die and make us tired, like they used to just come at the wall. You must remember looking at Harry. But now it sounds stupid, but it's like they're trying to win. Whereas before they just seemed to roll into us. But now it's...
The agent said that they'd changed and
Yeah, it's...
we've basically become more intelligent.
Yeah, it's strange. Like I said, yeah. I don't know enough about the demons and fiends' personality. I just know that if they turn up, I'll put an arrow in them. And he just pats one of his crossbows.
Good philosophy to have.
Ruby's been keeping an eye on. Sorry, did you say Falan?
Florin.
Florin.
Yeah.
As she drinks the tea, to make sure she does appear to be less wheezy, less.
The tea does have the desired effect. It does put a very, very brief smirk on her face as she is admiring of the brew. But yeah, she is. From your medicine check whilst making the brew, you can see that she's just fatigued. Really, really fatigued. But there doesn't seem to be anything beyond that fatigueness. And the brew does help. It brings her around a bit.
Because I didn't do the roll to check her, I did the roll to make the tea have a medicinal effect.
Okay.
Right, okay, just checking that doesn't make anything different.
No, that's fine.
Cool.
So, you just want to drink up, eat up and move?
Pretty much.
Cool.
Story of my life, really.
Story you like? Do you move a lot?
Yeah. Yeah. Sometime.
We've travelled quite a bit. Month or so.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just going to go.
Gone from not knowing Ravenholm to knowing a great deal of it, at least from
It's a good place.
travel.
It's a really good place. You should live here. Probably not here. I don't know unless you like fighting demons all the time. But
His
Yeah.
big toothy
Cheshire
Cheshire
cat.
cat grin.
Yeah. Thought you were great in Alice in Wonderland. Well, I'll go check on Florin if you guys want to finish up on that, and then we'll set off. And he does, and I'm assuming you do. And within the hour, if not less, you are back on the way, following the lead of Florin and Hurrier to your destination. As you're plodding through the woods, can you all give me a perception check, please? As you are, now and then you kind of just look around you and look up to the skies and such.
18.
18.
30 to entity.
So in it. Sapphire.
22.
Chaser's guess.
18.
Zandria.
Let me just double check. There's a +5. That would be an 18.
Cool. So you all notice that the clouds above you have taken two shapes that you spot a fair amount as you're putting in front. You just kind of look and then double take. One of the clouds seems to be in the shape of a dragon, a drake, a wyvern, that sort of. It's got large wings, but it's very obviously a cloud. It's just every now and then you'll look up and be like, that's the same cloud that we saw an hour ago. And the other shape, you can't help but feel, for some reason, reminds you of Toodles. It's not detailed. It's not an image of Toodles in the sky. It's just when you're trying to work out what that particular cloud reminds you of, it reminds you of Toodles.
I don't know who that is. Ruby doesn't know who that is, so that's a shape.
It's a weird cloud. Yeah.
It's a weird cloud.
Yep.
Clouds look like Toodles.
Which cloud?
The one that looks like Toodles.
It's in a Ron seal in his hand.
Oh, that one. Yeah,
I can see the resemblance. Yes.
Cool.
Oh,
Up ahead, you do what you do notice is that despite Florin being fatigued, she's still able to keep pace with Harir, and they are taking point. They're about 30 feet ahead of you. Towards the later evening, so it's getting. It's not getting. The sun is setting somewhere, and the light is leaving, but it's not darkness. It's just arse end of the day. You lose sight of Florin and Harir for a very, very brief moment, and then they come out of the woodlands, and they're a little bit, I say flustered, but they are a bit more stern-faced, serious-looking. The half smile that was on Harir's face is gone. Florin has an arrow notched to her bow, and there is a really pale green mist around the arrowhead that she's holding, and she's scanning the tree line that they've just come from.
Ruby can take a hint. She casts Shillelagh.
Harir comes. How long does Shillelagh last?
As long as I wanted to, it's a cantrip.
Okay. Harir comes rushing back up. He's got his crossbow in his hand with one of the arrows in it, and you now see the elongated pull mechanism that would fire the arrow. Still a strange contraption compared to a crossbow that you'd normally see. How are you with bridges?
bridges?
Bridges.
Yes, you cross them
Bridges.
to get over things.
I've crossed them to get over things. I'm not particularly for or against them.
How are you with keepers of bridges? Creatures that have claimed home under the bridge really need removing.
How big is it?
How big's it? 10 feet across, 12 feet high. Horrific looking thing, spidery looking. Mwah.
Oh, is it
Lots
just
of
a spider?
eyes.
Well, that sounds fun.
It's, well, it's not a demon. But it is.
Well,
some
if it's just a spider, no matter what the size, I could just go and have a word.
Can you?
Harry pulls a sword.
She'll talk to it regardless.
Oh, it's like Cass knows her.
I'm inclined to let Ruby try and talk to it.
Okay. Right, well, we'll have your flank and we'll keep an eye out for any unwanted. But up ahead there is there's a bridge basically across a small beck. Really, it's not a stream. I say small, you'll see. It'll be
We'll
very.
check it out.
Aristotle, you won't recognise the area, but there's been some excavation work around the wall. For whatever reason, we don't know. They don't tell us these things, but yeah. So we'll keep the tree line. Cool.
We'll keep stuff like sheathed for now, because not wanting to necessarily. If we can solve this in a calm and diplomatic way, then more than welcome to let everyone leave with their lives. But we'll fuck up a big spider if needed.
So as you head in the direction that Florin and Haria were guarding, Haria looks genuinely. Yeah, alright. Maybe I'll find another noble to look after tomorrow. Florin is proper eagle-eyed, staring out throughout the tree line, and that level of fatigue that you saw in the morning has kind of been put aside, it seems. You push through the trees. It's less of a trail and more just finding safe footing as you come out. As you come out of it, you're into an area that is quite large. There are stone slabs upon the floor in front of you. These stone slabs, if they were perfectly square, would be 8 by 8 feet. They're very, very large slabs of stone on the floor. Ahead of you is indeed a bridge that is a good 35 feet across. The thing that the bridge is crossing, there is a large gash, like in the earth itself, that is maybe from tip to tip 120 feet, and the bridge goes across it with more of these stone slabs on the floor. There are no trees around here that are being grown. There's a bit of shrubbery along the waterside. The slabs, where there isn't any slabs of stone, you can see there's a good chance there probably is if they kept digging and excavating, but you do notice that the area has been uncovered. The gash in the ground, like I say, is 100 plus feet tip to tip. You've never even known it existed, Harry. And ahead of you there is a stone bridge. There is no sight of any creature or such anything from the description Harry gave you. To your right, the gash does indeed end, and it is possible to just walk around it by the looks of it. There's more forest line, more trees that go on. And to you're heading northwest. The gash where it ends at the north. You're heading northeast. The gash where it ends at the northwest. It gets a bit rocky and cliffy into the forest, which you are aware of, Ari. And it's just be very, very difficult terrain to traverse. But if you really wanted to, you could go heading in that direction. If you could all go to roll 20, please.
Already there.
Yep.
You should now see a new map. If you scroll down, your little tokens are there. If you adjust their hit points accordingly, just in case diplomacy doesn't work.
Remember we leveled up since last time, guys.
And I will bring across. So hopefully now.
Oh yeah, one sec.
I'm the wee blonde one, aren't I, with the knife?
You are
Yes.
the wee blonde one with the knife. And Cass has got a trident because,
Yeah.
I work with what
That
I've
makes
got.
sense.
You go to the settings, Luke.
Yep.
It's a metaphorical trident.
Question.
I've got two mills. Yeah, go on.
You said that there's clearly been some excavation work kind of going on. Does it look like what's been excavated is these stone slabs at the bridge?
Yes. The bridge, no, has been built. The stone slabs, yes.
So this is whatever was to be uncovered. We're kind of almost like descended into this.
So the gash is new, it appears.
Yeah.
The slabs are new, and the bridge. New. The gash and the slabs have been excavated.
Yeah.
And the gash is filled with water because it's been excavated. The bridge goes over the gash.
Cool.
And I, for some reason, put Mel in twice, so I'm just sorting that out now.
It looks like we could use it.
I know
It's
that
because there's going to be another sneaky one around the corner. That's
You could go to the far right, it seems, as where the gash ends. It just seems to be a bit of greenery, fresh. There's no excavation going on that way, and then into the tree line again. And there is a bridge in front of you. It truly doesn't seem that much of an ordeal to go around this, time-wise. Literally, it would save you feet rather than much in the way of time. Or at least that's the way it looks from where you're standing.
Harry kind of takes a look at it and it's just like, there's nothing there, but then also we could go that way.
But why would you build a bridge if you could just go around it?
That's a fair
I'm
point.
gonna scoot round this way and see if I can get like a sight line like to below the bridge.
Give me a perception check.
Ooh. See it's 23.
23. The gap between the bottom of the underneath the bridge and the water beneath is about maybe 10 feet, maybe a bit more. There is a very large ship that has a almost oval-esque bulge to it beneath the bridge itself. There is the way the shadow is formed beneath the bridge, it doesn't look normal, like it seems off. But it is definitely hiding your ability to see detail of this bulbous form beneath the bridge.
Sorry, just before we... Ruby loves all creatures. Gina is terrified of spiders.
Oh no.
It's freaking me out.
Ruby, your ability to speak to different creatures, I don't know how to ask this question. It's you can speak to animals, but not necessarily fiendish creatures.
I don't speak infernal, no.
Or
I speak
things.
infernal.
I'm just... Something seems uncanny about this.
I walk over to stand with Kess to see if I might not recognise fiendish or anything, but if it is just a large spider and the shadows are caused by webbings or like wrapped prey, then I might be able to take a guess at that. And
Give me a perception check. With the aid of Kess pointing it out, you basically see the same. There is a large bulbous form beneath that bridge, and the shadows don't match the way the bridge is. You'd expect the shadows to be at different angles, and the shadows themselves are the thing that causes you concern at this immediate junction. For however those shadows have been formed beneath, they are deliberately done to obscure detail of the bulbous form.
I don't think we should get any closer just yet.
Probably not.
And he is going to settle down on the ground and do something he has not done in a hot minute, and that is ritually cast Detect Good and Evil.
As your ritual take 10 minutes?
It takes 1 second. Yeah, concentration up to 10 minutes.
What are you lot
As he
doing
settles
for
down to
10
do
minutes?
this,
Yeah, go on.
Sapphire's going to move up and kind of keep a guard over him.
I thought you were just going to like popple up to the... I'm going to move on up. Hello!
Ari will
Sapphire's
kind
got
of
his
like
noggin up. Oh, sorry.
move across to Xandru and be like, do you fancy maybe sneaking around the other side?
Oh,
God, Sandra just looks at Ari like, sure.
Who said you could speak to me with your face?
Ruby is
More
continuing
for
to watch.
keeping an eye out on what's going on here, and then hopefully it'll see them, and then
Yep.
yeah.
That's exactly what you meant, of course. Let's go.
Ruby is like watching the shadows, watching the bulbous form, just keeping an eye under the bridge for movement,
Cool. Sandra,
leggies,
sneaking
things
in.
creeping out of the shadows.
Okay.
Sapphire's going to take down Iron Rebuke and prepare to attack if anything gets close. But yeah, if he sees something moving out from under the bridge, he's going to shout it in Infernal. So we'll see what happens first, I guess.
Harry's
What could possibly go
unsheathing his
wrong?
sword, but wants to kind of stay sneaky. So
Okay, so it's your sneakiness would be you could keep quiet, but hiding would be quite difficult at the minute.
yeah, not so much hiding, but more kind of be quite stealthy.
Cool. Give me a stealth check. Are you doing the same, Andrea, or are you just like, why are you being so quiet?
She's halfway across the bridge.
Yeah, gone. I've absolutely gone. Yeah, I'll do a stealth check as well.
I rolled nice. 24.
Cool.
19.
19. So as you both make your way across to that side of the bridge, that side of this area, you are very, very quiet. Impressively so for both of you, as you can hear neither's footsteps. You lot can see them, they're just moving very quietly. Your 10 minutes passes, Kesvion.
Yar?
The creature has not reacted in the slightest. What did you do? Detect
Good and evil, so I would be able to tell if there was an aberration, celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead.
there is a fiendish aberration presence.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He's gonna like sort of stretch out from where it's almost like a sat meditation and kind of like stand back up.
Just Kes, just for clarification, 2 separate sources. The aberration from the bulbous form, the fiendish from the shadows.
I don't think you're gonna be chatting to whatever's under there.
Not a spider then.
It might be spider-like, but there's something of a fiendish nature as well as an aberration under there. The shadow one, whatever the other beastie is, are two separate.
Good to know there are fiends around.
Are they close? Ari and Sandra are close enough to have heard that.
Where are they? 55 feet away? No.
I sort of wave at them. I give a kind of gesture.
Sounds like.
Then just yell, aberration!
So what are you doing, folks? Your ping's
Like,
gone
just-
off. You've been there 10 minutes.
Ari's just kind of like casts message to Cass because Cass has been doing the spell, and it's just like, what are we doing? Are we going across this bridge?
Aberration in a fae. Not fae, fiends.
Fucking
Though
fair.
I wouldn't, though I wouldn't piss off Sandria. I don't think you're gonna want to cross.
I think
We might need to clear it out at least so it doesn't get whoever comes after us.
Well, do you want me to try and call to one of them?
Or why don't we ask what the people who actually have to live here think? Because we can just go around and it won't affect us. But if they do need it clearing out, as you say, we should clear it out. But they might want it left alone.
This is true.
Sure they won't. Pretty sure they won't.
Well, yeah, but
Oh, feel free to check then, Ari.
Can he cast message across to people it doesn't know?
I think you just need to be able to either
Creature
see
within
them.
range, 120
Yeah.
feet, so...
You can see the bulbous form from your side-ish.
I don't
No, I
think he
meant
was
the-
going to send a message to the
to the-
bulbous form. Unless that's now
That's
what
the
we're
kind
calling
of thing
her. Yeah.
Ruby would be doing.
I'm
Hello,
just
Harry's
putting the
like,
details out there.
Nah, fam. That is more casting a message towards the guys in the trees.
Oh yeah,
towards
yeah. Horror. They're well within 120 feet.
Okay, cool. Well, that's what I was.
Hello. We'd like to cross your bridge.
I'll kind of cast a message and be like, yeah, there's something weird under that bridge, but we're gonna try and clear it out, I guess.
Does the response from the person need to be verbal or is it telepathic?
It is telepathic, I believe. They can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Ah, right. So you hear.
Might want to go and check.
Let's get it on with Florin.
Interesting. Okay, I know what that means.
So what are we doing, Harry?
Messaging webby web.
Just doing my job.
Harry's kind of like, guys, I think they've got our guides to cast in a message again. Are we going?
Going where?
we can either go back and get them or we can get this, but that one's
back and
asleep,
get-
so there's another one.
Going back to... Why are we going back?
Harry's real bored of this.
Are you asleep over there? Sapphire shouts in Infernal.
Oh dear.
In Infernal? Lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you just
Oh,
spell
well.
out it. Okay,
Look,
well, you've done what I was going to do.
If somebody
it's
not
fine.
under that bridge has been got by something spidery, it's not that one, there's another one.
Right, so.
Did you hear back from was
I don't know, but Sapphire just Leroy Jenkins.
Yep.
So.
Ari? Where are Huria and Florin?
Dead.
I believe they've
What?
been caught by our friend under the bridge.
But they were behind
Which means there's another one.
Then do we not want to
So as you shout in Infernal,
I was going to say he's already Leroy Jenkins there. I can't do anything.
We can't do, I don't know.
You can still pass on some information, my dudes.
the
Nah.
shadows beneath the bridge seem to expand and almost in a smoky wisp reach out from beneath the bridge as you see these strange blue legs with the disjointed spider-like flavour to them as it pulls itself from under the bridge, and this weird bobbled back end with very, very tiny golden spiders crawling all over it starts to pull itself onto the bridge, and this thing is huge. Horry wasn't joking when he was said 10 feet across, etc. But it does have a face rather than a spider-like maw or anything.
God, that's even worse.
Long, greasy white hair hangs down. These two arms hang in front of it, and the arms have the 3 digits rather than 5. Just reach out. Its mouth is less of a jaw and more teeth. Its eyes are pupilless, just these big, dark, silvery grey orbs as it just clicks onto the bridge itself. And you see before you, Shabaya!
Oh.
Chibida!
The fact that it's a chibi makes it better.
It's a chibi spider.
It still looks grim.
It does.
And Safa, you can't help but see a smile crack across its face as you speak in Infernal. And it just pulls itself onto the bridge. A little puff of dust around as it sits its big hairy ass on the floor. And it just stares out at you all. No sound, no voices, no nothing.
We need to back up and help the others.
Why? What's wrong with the others?
think something's gone wrong. And you're going to move back towards the last place that they saw Hurry and Florin.
Cool. So you move back into the tree line, and you feel your feet struggling to move as swiftly as they did, and you look down, and the soil itself is sticky and almost glue-like as it pulls your feet to it, and you feel like you're moving through difficult terrain because of the sticky webby fluid that is all over the floor. You look
And
up.
that wasn't there when we first passed through.
Nope.
So it's pretty quick.
It's happened in the last
Pretty
10
quick,
minutes of your ritual.
Well,
Plus,
yeah, but that's a fair amount of work to do, even in 10 minutes.
you do look around, and the ground around you in all directions looks wet and as if it's covered in a similar thing. You can't really see webbing, but there's a difference to the ground.
Yeah.
But you can't see Aurea and Florin.
Set the ground on fire.
I was literally just about to say, you know what spiders don't like? Being set on fire.
Nobody does. But
Seems a bad plan in a forest, however, because if we set this on fire, the trees are going with it.
Set the spider on fire.
Oh yeah, the bridge will be alright. Yeah, we'll set her on fire, but...
So what do? Have you all gone back with Kess or just Kess?
I went with Kess.
Cool.
Sapphire's moved out more central, mainly because he would rather, if this creature is looking at them, he'd rather keep its eyes on him than the others.
how densely packed is the trees?
Some places you could reach out and touch 2 trees at the same time. Other places, not so much. There's a sporadic.
Okay.
It's not thick, dense. There's just a lot of trees. Give me
Yeah,
both
cool.
of you. Give me a perception check, or one of you at advantage.
Do you want to take advantage, Luke, or shall I roll say?
Sure. My perception's pretty decent. That's 24.
Boom. So when I said you didn't see Florin or Hurrier earlier, about 50 feet from where you're standing into the woods, you see two webbed up humanoids against a tree.
Can I
each.
see any big nasty?
You see no big nasty, but you do see a similar confusing shadows around them that don't seem to. They're not that. It doesn't look like that's how shadows would be with those people stuck to the trees and the light coming through. The shadows look
Okay.
off.
Question: is this something that I've ever encountered before, just with his background of monster hunting? Or something of a similar ilk?
Yeah, your sister can do similar. Most Fae can do similar. Pretty sure Ari
okay.
can do similar. It's not exact, but it's got an element of it to it.
Cool. Well, looks like it is a good time to remember that I have some ranged on me.
34 sessions in.
Remembers he has
20
a
arrows
6
come
foot.
from?
Remembers he's got a 6 foot something longbow strapped to his back. So yeah, I'm gonna haul that off because obviously my movement is gonna be just a measly 20 foot. Jeez.
Would you like a boost?
Not just yet. And I'm gonna knock an arrow and head up. Does it seem like the dodgy shadow is hiding behind the two of them?
No, it just seems to be sat like around the base of the tree.
Okay, because I was trying to work out if it was like, because obviously it's up to its shenanigans. I was trying to work out how close it was to them, so it's like adjacent but not using them as cover.
No,
for argument's sake. Cool.
it seems like if you had a painting of the scene in front of you, there'd be 2 shadowy smudges that would have been applied after the fact.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and fire off an arrow into one of these shadows.
Roll
It
to
just
attack.
doesn't seem quite right. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Cool. You were which one? Florin or Harir?
We'll say Huria. I don't think I'd be able to tell probably if they're all covered, but
One looks more fatigued.
for argument's sake of choosing one, Huria.
The arrow hits, sweet as. You see no reaction. You just see the arrow disappear into the shadow. Sapphire, give me a perception check.
Okay. 24.
Cool. You see an arrow fly out to the left of this bridge. Just off into nothingness.
Huh.
Guess nothing happens. An arrow goes straight into it. There's no reaction.
Okay.
Can I cast my fireball now, please?
You want to cast Fireball?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Cool. Cast your Fireball and roll initiative.
This is going to go terribly.
And here Sapphire was going to go for the diplomatic route. At least if he got close enough to stab it.
I mean, demonic spiders hate fire. So, is it the actual spell
20.
Fireball?
Natural 20.
Works
No,
well for
actual
me.
20. It's firebolt.
Oh, Firebolt.
Bolt.
Bolt.
Oh.
And can you all roll initiative, please?
Before we all roll initiative, can we have like a 2-minute loop break?
Well, if you do all the initiative, we'll get it set up and then we'll have us break. We won't do the actual fight.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I can mess about with numbers.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
20.
So...
16.
Nope. Where are you two? You're down here. Right, so Sapphire, what did you get?
17.
17. Ari, what did you get?
Also 17.
Nice. Zandria, what did you get?
Dirty 20.
Ruby, what did you get?
Was that Luke or Ruby? I didn't...
Ruby, sorry, Ruby.
So I completely spaced on what I just said. 9 plus 7, and I've completely.
16. There we go.
Thank you. Just gone from
Kes?
existence.
You're just thinking about that toilet break.
Just nothing in there.
What did you get, Kes?
24.
24? Nice.
24, because I got my new Go Faster sword on me.
Ah, yeah.
I get a juicy little extra 2 on my initiative.
Right, so. As you've all rolled initiative and you fire your firebolt, please roll the attack.
Oh, the spider's faster than all of us. That's not good.
Got a lot of legs to go fast with, in fairness.
That's true.
Not what I wanted to do. It's not the right one. Which one's the right one? I can't see.
D4, D6, and D8.
Nope.
Just in case.
Pick the wrong one. There we go.
D8. Oh, I potentially need some D12s too if I transform. Yeah.
That would be a 19 points of damage.
Cool. As your firebolt hits it, you see bits of its flesh ignite, and then all the ignited bits of flesh come into one and sink into it, and you can now see beneath its weird pinky lumpy back end a very small orb of orangey red firebolt energy. And
Don't
we will
like that.
call a break there. So we're going to have a quick break. So, we've got us initiative rolled. We're going to have a quick break, grab a brew, have a toilet break, and then we're going to have a spider fight. So come back.
Spider fight.
Spider
fight.
So we shall see you in a moment, kids. Be back soon. Be back. Bye bye. Bye bye. Hello, welcome back, and here we have a wonderful battle before us. So,
Dr. Pepper, what's the worst
that can happen?
just before the
Yeah,
break,
we all spent our break rolling up new characters, so
just before the break, this lovely bunch of coconuts are
Diddly-doo-doo.
interacting with a bulbous, shadowy form beneath a very large bridge in an area of the forest that looks pretty recently excavated, with a large 120-foot gash in the ground filled with water and a bridge going over it. There is a way around it to the right, and there are cliffs and more forest to the left. What is it if it's cliffs at waterside? What if it's inland? There's still cliffs?
I think it's still a cliff.
Be cliffs
Yeah,
over like
yeah.
a river or whatever, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Or is it just
Still be a
rocks?
cliff.
I'd say a cliff. I'd say a cliff.
It's still a cliff.
Just checked. Yeah, all right, you're down.
Cool.
Yeah, I've just looked it up. A cliff is a steep rock face.
Beautiful.
Yeah, doesn't matter where
Anyway.
it's over.
Not a seagull for miles.
Thank God for that.
Bastards.
Nicking your chips. So, as where have we got you?
Got bigger worries right now.
We've entered combat. We've rolled initiative. Kesfion and Ruby are they're well on the edge of the map. They're in the tree line, in the sticky stuff,
Stuck in something.
Looking-
Nightclub floor is where we're at.
looking for Florin and Haria, their guides from the House of Padura. Sapphire is stood in front of the bridge, chest out, paws are ready, keeping an eye on the horrific, bulbous, demonic, fiendish, spider-like entity before them. Ari and Xandria were off to the side, tiptoeing, at which point Xandria was like, ah, fuck it, and fire-bolted the creature. The firebolt, it appears, was absorbed by the creature, and it now has a very small glowing fiery orb within its core. And now we go to initiative, children. And it goes first.
Yeah.
What you see it do,
Unfair.
its toothy jaw, lower jaw, drops ever so slowly. And then it starts doing a bit of a vomiting action. It's like, and out from its lovely maw,
And so does Jeannie.
it spits
Grim
up
sounding.
a purple, fleshy spider, 3 or 4 feet in length.
Aw.
Just drips from its mouth, and the fiery orb within is sat within the centre of this spider. And then it will look at Sapphire, its jaw still hanging low, drool dripping to the ground where the spider's just falling out, and just go, Mala, can you give me a Constitution saving throw, please, Sapphire?
Oh, she.
Not gonna- I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was trying to save my love.
My love.
Oh, disturbing. A 10 on the nose.
The spider's called George Ezra. A 10.
A 10.
Alright, that didn't go as
Oh
that.
gosh. Farewell, Sapphire.
It was fun. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been great.
So a black beam of energy just pours out from its eyes and sort of hovers in front of it and then shoots into Sapphire. Sapphire, any attack you use that requires strength only does half damage. You have been hit by a ray of enfeeblement.
Oh no.
No, that's not bad for most of my skills. That's okay.
I know, that was that. I'm hitting the monk with ray of enfeeblement. Yeah, cheers for that. Yeah. And at the end of your turn, you get to make a save.
Okay, cool.
And
I'm assuming it's a con save again.
Yes, and it will remain on you for 10 rounds until you shake it off. So I'm going to put that on you.
Dancing.
Have we got a little ray of enfeeblement? Let's have a little strongman image. There we go.
Look at those noodle arms.
What you don't got.
And the creature will scuttle over here. Or skitter, depending on your thing. And now we have Kesvion. Kesvion, you are miles away in the
How far
woods.
away from my little friendly sausage rolls am I?
50 feet.
Uh,
Oh no, not those sausage rolls, the ones that are stuck to...
The ones that are literally rolled up like sausages.
Mm.
Oh, you're about Sapphire.
Our guides.
Oh, the guides,
No,
yeah.
it's not
Oh, the
Yeah,
guide.
50 feet. That's what I
Aaron and
said.
Florin.
50 feet.
50 feet. Sorry, it's just because it looked like you were dragging to them.
Oh,
So
yeah,
50
in
feet.
case you asked.
So I am going to, I suppose, start slogging my way towards them, hoping that they have not been turned entirely to jelly.
You're going.
inside.
All right. Let's
Yep,
just put you
Yep.
all. Yeah, cool. I'm just gonna
yep,
red dot you.
that's exactly where I'm going.
So you move. Are you 40 feet? So half movement and then dash half movement.
Yeah. Okay, why not?
Cool. So you get within
Go down.
40 feet of them. Give me a perception check. They are about 10 feet apart on the trees that they're on, but you give me a perception check.
Okay, I'm going to see my death really well, because that is a 24.
Jesus. So the cocoon that they're in, at first thought, and the
I see all, I know nothing.
a spider-like entity, you assume webbing, but when you get there, that it's like stringy honey that they've been wrapped in, and less of the fluffy webness. But you do see a rising and not rising, that they do appear to be breathing beneath their cocoons.
Then I'll just kind of sort of give a sort of hissed whisper of like their names, like Huria, Florin, just so that they know that there's people there, and that when I inevitably try and cut them out of this, they don't try and kill me instead,
Zandria?
because that would be my luck.
Yeah. Zandria?
Um,
Ari, you're next.
I would like to.
Flying is a free action.
Yep. So can I see the red orby thing in the little spider?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Can I take my short bolt off my back and fire an arrow at it, please?
You can indeed.
That is a 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Yeah, that is 6. I'm just double. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm just double checking that that's all it is. Yeah, 6 points of piercing damage.
Your arrow thuds into it, sticks in it, and you see the arrow itself ignite and burn. That's your action. You got your bonus in movement.
I have two attacks per action,
Oh, okay.
so I'm gonna lob another arrow in it. That is 21 to hit,
21 hits.
and that is 7 points damage.
7. Again, you see the second arrow ignite and burn away as it thuds into the fleshy spider. Bonus on movement.
Nope.
Harry.
Might move back. Not sure yet.
Well, decide now.
Movement's halved, isn't it?
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. It's only Harry. It's only Caspian and Ruby that are in the sticky floor. Your floor's just grass.
Oh, marvellous. In that case, yeah, screw it. We'll move back. Just make sure that I've got the right one. Where are we? Movement. There we are.
Movement.
Yeah, so that puts me. Movement. That puts me there. Okay.
Moving back, I see.
I'm done.
Harry.
Oh, I can get to it. I can't get away again. I can bonus action dash though, because I rogue. I remember these things, honest. But then I can't do it. No, I can still do an action. Okay, we're gonna move up to Mr. Happy Spider over here, little boy, with his fiery belly. And we're gonna try and do a big stab with a rapier. That's
Not just any stab. Big stab.
Big stab. I didn't roll bad either. 19 to hit. Oh, wait, hang on. More than that. 21 to hit.
21, both hits.
Woohoo! So, we're 1-on-1. So I guess who gets some nice sneaky boys?
Yeah.
3d6, I believe. Oh god, it's been a while since we've done combat, guys.
Oh
no. I've forgotten how to combat.
I get to use my new bardic inspiration dice.
No, you're not allowed to use bardic inspiration.
Stop sending him bardic dice. What's wrong with you two?
Next time you send him dice,
We're not sending Edie nothing. We're sending Beck stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but she just gives it to him. You have to put the entire family.
What you have to do, I know it's an extra step because Luke keeps the stock. You have to send them to Mel so she can lick all the dice and cast them.
Put her stank on them, yeah.
That's 17 points of piercing damage with my magical weapon. I have to say that just in case it's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you obliterate the purpley spider in front of you. Its flesh just pops as if you've burst a blister. In doing so, you are engulfed in fire. What's the damage of your...
How are you finding every single one of my squeamishes?
Did you not fill in the questionnaire? Zandria, what's the damage of your firebolt?
Yeah,
it was a natural 20 as well, wasn't it?
No, your firebolt
Bye, Mr. Roll.
Just a spell. Do you still only roll 1d10, or has it gone up with your level?
No, it's 2d10.
Cool. So I'm just gonna roll 2d10.
You almost made it home, Harry.
Almost.
Harry, you take 10 points of fire damage as the spider pops and you are engulfed in an arcane fire for a split second.
Cool story. We are gonna bonus action and get the heck out of there. So,
Get the heck out of Dodge.
Misty step the brick away?
No, we're not gonna misty step. We're just gonna run.
Just walk. Just saunter out.
I think it was like to there. And we'll kind of go off to the side a little bit though, so we'll go like here-ish.
Cool. Sapphire, your turn. Ruby, you're next.
Okie dokie. Sapphire is going to do what Sapphire does, and he's going to... He just whispers in Infernal to Iron Rebuke, just to encourage it, and he rushes over to the big giant spider, because of course he will. And he is going to make 2 attacks with his Naginata and 1 unarmed attack as well. So let's see how this goes. Oh no. Okay, well the 2 weapon attacks are an 8 and a 5 plus.
You do have 3 rerolls.
It's gravy time.
Hey, thanks for the follow-up, Dominic.
Okay, I'll use one. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. That's a 22. So yeah, so 22 for one of my weapon attacks and a 19 plus 5 for my own arm, so 24 for that.
So you hit with one weapon, miss with one weapon, hit with your hand.
Yeah.
So give me your Naginata damage first. The creature
Okey-dokey.
is fiendish, so the Naginata would react as if fiendish.
Oh, good. Okay, Naginata damage. The first is 7 plus 5. So that's 12 plus 5, that's 17 for the first hit. That's including the d6 of extra fiendish damage stuff.
Cool.
Are
Are your hands classed as magical yet?
Yes. Yes, they are. It was what I got last
Cool.
stage.
Does this mean there's a spider somewhere filled with a punch that Ari's gonna get?
Yeah, my punch is an 11.
Points of damage?
Yes.
God damn.
No, it's not. I'm reading the wrong dice. I'm sorry. It's a 9. I was reading the wrong dice. I was reading my D8 instead.
I was like,
That's why,
God
I should
damn!
talk back to you.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think then I'm also going to spend a key point for patient defense, so I have the dodge action, so it's got disadvantage on me. Yeah, that's me.
Cool.
I'm done
I'm
now.
going to put a purple dot on you to remind me to ask you why I've put a purple dot on it.
Okay.
Need to roll a con saving throw.
You do
yeah,
at the end of your turn.
Do indeed.
I remembered.
17.
17. You are no longer enfeebled.
Oh, that's good. That makes me happy.
Ruby!
I tend to use dex for my attacks unless I'm a giant bear.
Yeah.
How far am I from our spidery friend?
The big one they're fighting? You're,
Mm-hmm.
I would say, bottom
However
of the
long
map.
the ruler says.
Yeah, I will say you are literally... So you're 70 feet from it.
Right, so I can move to within 60 feet of it, even taking into account I'm a bit stuck to the floor.
It'll cost you... So what's your movement?
My movement is... Oh, where do you see that
30?
on a... It's probably 30. It's standard for a human, I know
Yeah,
that.
so it'll cost you 10 feet to move a square, so you'd have 20 left. So yeah, you could move within 60
Okay.
feet.
So I move up a little bit, what I'll call it there-ish.
Yep.
And I cast Polymorph.
Cool. What's the save?
It is a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
And now I have
This is
to
where-
work out.
This is
So-
where Ari turns into a frog.
17. In fact, it's more. It's 23.
Well, I can't remember where my
I
thing
don't
is.
think you're. I think unless I think you might have saved.
Yeah, I think it's
I
saved.
can't even remember where
Using
to look.
the last sheet, the spell one that's got the spells on, has normally got your spell save DC at the top. Let me see if I can find it for you.
Oh yeah. No, it had to beat a 14, and it has very much done that.
You do notice that it resists the magic attack on it very well. Like when you try to manipulate its physicality and polymorph it, the resistance that you get back against your spell is a strong one, as if it is advantageous in those situations.
And that is my one level 4 spell used.
Brutal if it works. I love it.
I was gonna tell. She was still gonna be a spider, just one that Sapphire could step on.
And then turn her back into this after you take the one hit
Yeah,
point off
that's
the
'cause-
spider.
yeah.
Right, so is that what you're doing, Ruby? You've got a bonus action?
Oh, hold on. What are the other things that are useful to me? Sorry. Those are not concentration. Just in case, with my bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Spirit at level 2.
Oh no.
Yeah, bonus action.
So you've already cast a spell.
You can cast 2 spells. In the
Oh,
one
okay.
round.
Just because it says healing spirits as bonus action.
Is healing spirit a cantrip or a spell? Or
It's a spell.
Or a rank spell. So yeah. So you're
It's a level
allowed
2
you're
spell.
allowed to cast a spell and a cantrip.
Right, okay.
But 2 spells you can't cast.
No, just my bad, because
That's
polymorph
alright.
obviously says an action, and then healing spirit says bonus action, so...
Yeah, it's just one of those
Confusion.
weird caster rules of you can't just spaff powerful spells. But yeah,
Alright, okay, no, my bad, I've nothing else useful then.
it's now its
Do
turn.
Shillelagh again so it's ready. 'Cause that's a cantrip. Oh no, it's not. It's not a bonus action. Never mind.
I have not uncast Shillelagh since
long-
casting it.
How long does Shillelagh last? Because when I asked you last time, you went as long as I want. It's a cantrip.
I'm pretty sure.
But now you're in turn rounds. I need to know.
Oh, okay, duration 1 minute.
So were you casting it all the time that you Castellan
No.
was doing his ritual?
To be fair.
Cool.
No.
Then it has dropped.
Right.
But if it's
The
a
reason
can-
I'm
if it's
not
a-
going to,
Okay.
Mel, is because I have no intention of getting close enough to hit that thing.
That is fair. Also, I think it's still an action anyway, so you won't get it.
No, it's a bonus action, but I have no intention of getting close enough to hit that thing with a stick.
That is fair.
I love it. It's now its turn.
Love that for us.
I would like to
Oh
roll
no,
to
it's
shoot
not
my
his
pants.
friend again.
So it
That's
just
a free action.
it turns its head towards you, Sapphire, and again the jaw's just hanging low, and you just hear that, and it spits up the purple fleshy spider. Just plops out of its mouth next to you. There is no fiery orb within it, but the purple fleshy spider does attack you.
Okay, it has disadvantage.
It missed by miles.
Oh, good. Even better.
So 5 and a 4 with
Oh no.
with disadvantage. So as this purple fleshy spider tries to sink its 8-inch fangs into you, you're like no, and just whip out a newspaper from nowhere. the
Cup and a piece of paper.
the very large creature. Do a big gun early.
Oh no.
I think you're far too hard about this.
I know, I'm terrified. I've been holding my breath subconsciously.
You're the close boy.
It will attack you.
Okay, it has
It's
disadvantage.
it's 2 hands. It's two hands with the 3-fingered digits. Reach out and try to push through your being rather than your physicality. Disadvantage.
Yeah, for attacks.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's not good for me.
20 and an 18.
Yeah, the 18 hits.
Cool.
Oh no.
Give me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, I rolled at a -1 on charisma.
You've got rerolls. You've got rerolls.
Yeah.
I rolled an 8. Should I reroll?
Yeah, please.
Okay, I'll reroll.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better. It's the -1, 16.
16.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to check some what I think you're bang on. Hang on. I'm sweating, man. I'm like, oh no, I know.
I'm warm now. I'm like, oh,
16.
no.
Why am I wearing my thermal clothing right now? The wrong clothing.
So as you feel it's to the wrist disappear, and it is like ice has crawled across your very being. You can't feel the physical presence of a hand in your chest, but it is so uncomfortable, the freezing feeling that's there, and then it begins to burn and burn and burn to the point where you are almost ready to scream out in agony. But your focus, your key, wraps around this burning feeling and projects it from you, and the creature backs off. There is a... To say they're just dark orbs, you swear you see surprise across its horrific face, as you are not, and I repeat, not plane shifted.
It's saving that for me.
Oh shit! Okay, cool. Glad I took off. Oh no, it didn't help. The dodge didn't help. I'm still glad I took the dodge from earlier.
But
okay.
you did take six
damage.
6 points of psychic damage,
Okie dokie.
halved because of your successful save.
Ooh, okay, good.
Kesvion, you are quite a distance from your pals.
Indeed.
You are trying to
But
save.
I'm close to my new friends.
You mean the
who
new
might be
party
the
as
only
of next
people
week?
still alive by the time that we're done.
So one of you can play Florin, the other can play Aria.
So you were saying it's like a weird honey thing?
Yeah, it's like strings and strings of honey have been wrapped.
So like it's not something you'd be able to cut through, basically.
You don't know, it's gooey.
Oh, I got my knife back off of Garen, I guess. So I'm gonna try and free the one that I'm closest to, which I think was
Harrier, I think.
Yeah, you're closer to Haru. So
Yeah,
you step. So you're 10 feet from him. You step forward. So that will obviously cost you 20 feet. So you're now right on Haru and the shadowy stuff beneath him. Can you give me a charisma saving throw, please?
Yep, that is a 21.
Cool. For a brief moment, you feel like you sink to your knees, but when you look down, you physically haven't budged. And then there's like the shadowy smudge at the base of the tree seems to shake angrily around, and the shadows seem to like twist and weave. It's a very surreal thing to witness and understand. And then you use your knife to try and thingy, or are you honey and dive and
why
just going to
not?
lick him clean?
No. I'm sure he's a lovely gentleman, but I would rather not. I'm going to I'm going to make an attempt to try and cut him out of whatever this
Give me an attack roll with disadvantage
nasty gloop.
as you try to cut through this sticky honey-like substance.
So that's with disadvantage.
Yep.
Would I get any? Would that just?
Any what?
Would that be like Dex? So it would just be like I was
give me
attacking with the dagger.
Yeah,
wouldn't
just
it?
give me an attack
Yeah.
roll with your dagger at disadvantage.
Okay, cool. Sorry, my brain just shorted out there for a sec.
It's less a fight and more I need the mechanic to determine success.
Yeah. So that's 19 with disadvantage.
So yeah, you start cutting in, and it turns out that the surface is this honey-like liquid, but beneath is like a harder shell. And you feel as the dagger sinks in, you hit the rigidity.
Sort of carapissy bit.
Yeah, and it cracks, and you start pulling the knife down, but you reckon it'll take a whole round
Yeah. Okay.
to like crack through it, including this one. So your next turn you'd spend cracking him out.
Okay.
Xandria.
I am going to.
I was going to say you swear blind when you look. Are you looking towards the fight, or are you looking towards Cass?
Looking towards the fight.
Cool. For a heartbeat, Sapphire disappeared and reappeared, like shimmered in and out of existence. Shame is still here.
I'm still here. Anyway, I'm gonna move back to just behind Ari, and then I am going to start speaking in Sylvan, and I am going to summon Pyro.
Oh shit! Let me find Pyro. Where's my little fiery bastard? Aha!
The new one.
There you go.
Hmm?
Does he appear next to you or within X?
This isn't new.
Yeah, she's summoned Pyro before. He's the
Yeah.
angry little tyrannical Fire elemental.
Oh, okay.
Does it
yeah.
appear next to you, Zandria, or within X feet of your choice?
Physically in an unoccupied space that I can see within range.
What's the range?
So it doesn't have to be next to me. It does not say. It just says within range. Yeah.
Andy.
Manifest physically in an unoccupied space that you can see within range. 90-foot range, sorry. So
There you go. So within 90 feet.
yeah. So
Okay.
can I have him here, please?
There?
Yep.
Or is this because of his rush attack?
Yep.
Okay. Does he get to do it on your turn?
Let me just double check. I think it is. Shares my initiative camp,
Okay.
but it takes its turn immediately after mine. So I basically finish my turn and then it can do its turn.
Okay, so yeah, so it gets a go.
Yeah, it
So,
gets a go.
so what is Pyro doing?
Pyro is going to face step, and he's going to face step in front of.
You should be able to move him around now.
Can I can, yay! It also means I can put his hit points in as well, so we can keep track of his hit points. Little fucker has more hit points than I do.
Oh my god. He does.
He's got more hit points than I. Yeah, I was gonna say.
So yeah, I am going to face step into towards the spider, and then he is going to attack it twice with his sword.
Cool.
So 18 to hit.
18? That hits.
Okay. So it is
It's gravy time.
11 points of piercing damage and 6 points of force damage on the first attack.
So 17 in total, yeah?
Well, yeah, piercing and force damage.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's 2 different types of damage.
That's cool. Thank you for
And
the
the second
follow,
attack-
simple DM. Go on.
And the second attack is an 18.
18 hits.
And that is, oh god, I can't fucking know. 12 piercing, 5 force.
Oh, yeah, brown bread. There you go. And Pyro obliterates the spider creature in front of it. Ooh. Are you done?
And then Pyro is going to use his movement to move backwards. Just double check his movement is what I think it is, which I think is 30.
While you do that, Ari, it's your turn. You're down here.
Okay. I have done the thing, and I think it's 35 to him or 40 to big spider dude.
Yep,
Is it 35?
it's 35.
Okay. We're going to do the same as last action then, is we're going to go move up that way, do a little hit, and then use bonus action to dash. So we're going to go and move up this Sapphire. He's already engaged though, isn't he?
He is.
Oh,
But you still get sneak attack because you have an ally within 5 feet. You just don't
that's
get
what I
advantage.
was just looking at. I was like, hang on a second. Right, we will try and do a stabby stab. Oh, my own dice betrayed me.
You do have one reroll left.
I don't want to use it because it's going to be used for something stupid, I know. He misses wildly because he rolled a 2 on my lovely bardic inspiration dice. So don't
What
roll
was
well for me.
your total?
11.
Cool.
I know isn't gonna hit. And then he's gonna move the heck away.
Bonus action disengage.
Bonus action. He doesn't get opportunity attacks.
Because is that only when you're 1-on-1, Or is that any time you attack a
that's
creature?
any time.
Jesus Christ, why?
Oh, EAD.
Goddamn swashbucklers.
No, that's his variant human that's coming into that.
Oh, right, sure.
But yeah, he's gonna move back away. So he's gonna move back to where he was.
Cool. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Sapphire! Why is that purple dot there? Was that the patient defense?
It was the patient defense.
Right, cool, yeah.
The purple dot was there to make you ask him why the purple dot.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
it worked.
They did work.
Yeah, I guess now that I don't have thing on me, I'm gonna touch the extra lock of hair that's woven into my hair, and I'm gonna turn into a giant bear.
Why do I never have this token out?
This is why whenever we play, I'm like, oh, open Viconia, open Vey, open the bear picture.
There we go. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're big, aren't you? Yeah. So
I am big.
let's put you over here. Let's put you here, and you all see Sapphire hold the lock of Kaline's hair and form into the blonde-furred druidic symbol bear. Totally not getting sued by World of Warcraft.
And I'm assuming that's my action. I can't
It
remember.
is, yeah. It is your action.
I thought so, yeah. Could I have control of the token so I can put HP and stuff
Oh
in?
shit! Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. It's just because it's different from mine, so I want to remember.
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
Sapphire is now his big bear. Ruby!
Err.
Where are you, Ruby? You're over here. Oh.
I am over here. Can't reach him. Can't reach him.
Oh shit! Can I bonus rage before I do that, or is it too late?
Roll
I forgot
a
about
roll a
bonus.
d20. If you get an even number, yes.
Oh shit!
Well.
Rolled an 11.
So no.
Okay, no, that's fair.
The dice
wasn't even
will
my turn
determine
anymore.
your fate.
That is fair.
Ruby?
Right. Given that, and this is a miracle 2 rounds in, nobody seems to be at death's door yet.
You had to see it, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to cast Entangle. So I need a strength check. A strength saving roll from your spidery friend.
Not 20.
The creature is now in difficult terrain. As vines.
What would it have been if it had failed?
I
believe it. If
It
it's
would
in-
be restrained by entangling plants until the spell ends.
But
It's
if it
1 minute
saves, it's just
duration.
difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
However, that is grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square, starting from the point within range, which is 90 feet from me, so directly
Are
under
you-
her. So Sapphire might also be in difficult terrain.
You could put it so it starts. Hang on, can I? You could do it so it's like that and doesn't
Oh,
touch
yeah,
Sapphire.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Let's do that.
I will point out it's a spider creature, just for future reference. Is that your action? So you cast Sapphire. You see in your bear form these roots and entangling vines reach up and start to grip and pull at the legs of this demonic spider. Anything else, Ruby?
That is my action. Running anywhere at the moment isn't going to serve me anything. Can't cast any more spells. What's that? Oh, that's a level 1. Alright, okay.
Hang out, don't cry.
Bang is a free action.
Yep.
Not crying is also a free action.
Where is what?
I had such grand visions of being like the really cool
got a second
support
reroll.
character, of just like being able to change things and entangle things and haste people.
Nope.
It's now its
There
go.
today.
I don't want it to be its go.
You
Yeah.
you hear that familiar.
Love it. Love it when it regurgitates.
And it spits out a spider. It will then.
Fantastic.
Its jaw will go so long it's nearly touching the floor. Sapphire. It reminds you of some of the snakes in the Dynasty, where they dislocate their jaw to consume larger prey.
Yep.
And it clamps, or it attempts to clamp onto your huge bear-like torso.
Okay.
Oh, that probably what? 16?
Let me just double check. As over. 17.
Cool. So as it attempts to
glad.
as it attempts to clamp the why is it 17? You've got
So I've got a
15.
13 and I've got +4.
Why have you put 15 on roll 20?
What?
Huh?
AC. What's your AC, Sean? There's a
Oh,
bad-
my AC is 50. Oh, sorry, I'm an idiot. I was thinking opposed grapple checks. No,
No,
it gets
sorry,
me.
sorry.
It was an attack.
Oh,
Sorry,
sorry.
then yeah, it gets me. I
Sick.
thought it was grapple because you were
No,
saying
sorry,
about
you
that,
said
so ignore
17.
me.
So
Sorry.
I went to add it and then saw that you'd added 15. I was
No,
like,
sorry, yeah, 15.
No,
I
it's
rolled
not-
a 17.
yeah, it's not-
I
it's
thought
not
I was
grappling,
opposing
sorry.
strength.
my descriptions
no.
are obviously so fluid. No, it's.
Oh, they were. I was taking
it's-
description rather than... Yeah, no, go for it.
It's basically biting you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go for it. I thought it was like ensnaring me. Cool, I'm an idiot.
You take
Well, at least you're honest.
Now I get to wait for the
six
damage.
points of poison damage. And can you give me a Constitution saving throw, please? Or from the bear.
Oh, the bear's got much better con. That's so good. Oh, I rolled a 3. That's a 7.
You do have rerolls. I'm just
I
reminding
used to
you
have a
because of the.
Please use the constitution.
Yeah, we've got 2
Pull
rerolls
you
left.
into a bullshit.
Use one.
I love how that's become
Okay.
part of the resource management.
Oh, that's a
Well, I'm
19, so I'm going to
saving
get
the
a
other one.
20
I was
something.
like,
Oh
23.
yeah, you're fine. You are not poisoned. You just take the 6 poison damage.
one reroll left.
I've used 3.
Oh, the spider on when it got re.
You're also tanking most of the damage.
Yeah, it misses. The spider tries to bite you again, but misses. The little spider. That's it. That's it. It will stay there, staring at you, jaw now hanging close to the floor, not happy that its venom,
Stamp on it.
fiendish venom, did not sink into your veins. Caspian, it will take you
I'm
this
still
round to cut out.
trying
So
to get-
after
yeah.
this, mate, you will have freed Horion, whatever he's called, Steve. Zandria,
Horatio.
Horatio. He
Horatio.
steps out of the cocoon. I'm here.
I think I'll summon my lance.
Half the trees in the forest die.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Nuclear fallout.
And that takes my action to summon my lance. So
Do you not summon it on a bonus?
nope, I believe pack warlocks pack weapons are actions.
Oh.
Let me just double check.
I thought you could summon then strike. I've never played a warlock to be fair. But are you looking?
As an action, you can create a pack weapon in your hand.
Ah, okay.
One
I had it
action.
in my head it was a bonus as well. That's weird.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
read it.
fair.
Yeah, I thought it was like a Jedi thing, like dead. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's your action.
And that is indeed my action. Annoyingly, attacks per action 2. I can't do anything from there, but I guess
Pyro.
you can.
Punch a spider.
Kill the spider. Oh, jeez. Maps. 21 to
Yep.
hit.
That definitely hits the little vomit spider.
13 points of piercing damage. 5 points of force damage.
Cool.
Attack 2. More than 20. I'm not counting that. He has a +7 to hit. I'm not adding that. 12 points of piercing. 6 points of force.
Splat. Blister spider popped.
Limp.
Like Pyro. Good
Done.
buddy.
How long does Pyro stay? Is it a minute?
Pyro stays longer than a minute, I believe. I believe he is an hour.
Ooh, oh,
He is an hour.
lovely. Harry.
Good boy. At the risk of being boring. Ari quite likes the fact that Pyro goes before him and gets rid of the little spider. Ari is gonna move up to Big Lad.
Which one?
The Big Lad.
They're both pretty hefty, to be fair.
The evil big lad.
Spidery face lad.
Evil big lad.
I don't know, you might just rinse Sapphire for no reason
I'm going to use
whatsoever.
different dice. Let's use the teal dice, and we're going to try and do a big stab.
You're up
Big
next,
stab.
Sapphire.
Come on, big stab.
Okay.
It's a 15 to hit.
15?
Mm-hmm.
Does not hit.
Didn't think it would. I rolled a 6.
Your spider does... your rapier does take... it hits the spider. But there's such a, like, real tough meat resistance to the blade.
Harry just kind of shakes his head.
I should have been a healer.
No.
Should have been a healer.
He's gonna move. Yeah, he's gonna move back towards them. Yeah, I'm sorry. He's gonna move back here.
Andrea just looks at that entire situation and just shakes her head as Harry comes back.
Harry kind of shakes his head
Unsuccessful.
himself. He's just like, trying.
Didn't try hard enough.
Wow, your flirting's weird.
Yep.
Sapphire?
Okay, I'm going to do
Blonde
my
bear form.
full. I'm going to do my full multi-attack. So I'm going to do claws, head, and then breath weapon to finish it off.
Oh,
Nice.
what damage is the
So-
breath weapon? It's radiant, isn't it?
It's radiant, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so claws and head. Oh, what am I rolling with? +7. Oh no, that's a 15 and a 16.
Both miss as you just rake into it and bite. You feel the flesh in your mouth and then beneath your claws, but you don't seem to take any wounds upon it. Breath
Okay,
weapon,
I will
however, is
roll
probably
my-
going to be more successful. Is it a save on my behalf or is it a hit?
Dexterity saving throw. Taking half damage of a fail save. So 16, 26, 33 is the 33 is the damage. It's a DC 15 dex to make it.
Oh, in that case, I got a 14.
Ooh.
In that case,
Hang on, hang on.
33 points.
Ah,
of
shit, yeah,
radiant
I got a
damage.
14. 33?
33.
Well,
One of us had to do damage to it at some point.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Imagine if I'd hit more claws in my head too.
Yeah, so as your divine breath just roars out from your bear form and just engulfs this demonic creature, there is a high pitched that I've no chance of reaching scream / wail as the radiant damage when it fades. You see the blisterings across its flesh. Doesn't seem to damage it any more than another attack, but it definitely did not like the fact you used the damage of the holy ones upon it.
Oh, good. Don't recharge. Right, so there we go.
That your turn? Ruby, put a brew on.
Right. Is anyone actually missing any health?
You don't know?
Not enough for you to.
Waste a spell
Yeah, I
cast.
wouldn't say so. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
absorbs magic, so if I just yeet a spell at it, that's going to end badly.
You've only seen it absorb fire.
Mm.
The other
I don't trust
We've not
it,
tried
though.
anything else.
The
I
other,
don't trust it.
The other things it's just quite resistant to.
Don't trust it. I start moving towards Cass to see if I can help free our friends.
Okay, that is definitely difficult terrain. So you would have, by the time you move back there, you'd be in the same position. So you're 50 feet from the cocoons.
Okay, yeah.
Right. It's now its turn. It's getting rid of this bear, I tell you right now. Yeah. Right.
No.
Let me.
No.
That's way too much contemplating already.
You know it's gonna hurt when Aries thinks about what he's gonna do to
Yep.
you at the last minute.
Yes. Yes.
No.
There we go. Right, sod it.
I don't like that.
Now I need a grapple check. As the thing lurches forward, both limbs stretched out, jaw, and tries to, with its jaw and its hands, clamp onto you. And your opposed check is shit eye. Jesus. Oh, might not be. 24. On an opposed grapple check. You're using the bear.
I got a 17.
Oh, unlucky, dude.
Yeah, 18, 19. I got 19. It's good, but it's not good enough.
No.
So nope. Nope.
So roll a d10. Your mind is filled with fiendish nightmares, all the training you received in how to defeat fiends because of the things they can do to people. You start to experience them, you start to almost filled with a hallucinogenic as you lose control of your mind, and you can feel every torture, flesh ripping, teeth, everything you can possibly imagine that Sapphire's not really fond of is happening to you right now. And as much as you know it isn't a hallucination, you cannot resist it. And it's as if the creature that is grappling you is pumping this hallucinogenic into you as you are feeling a bit of a haunting going on right now. But can you roll a d10, please?
I rolled a 2 on the d10.
Your maximum hit points from Sapphire, not the bear, are reduced by 4.
Okay.
Until I tell you otherwise.
Big oof.
Down the
Biggest of oofs.
Which means I'll also lose 4 of the regular. There we go. Yeah, okay. Recorded that on my token up in the top right.
Smart.
Are you evil?
No.
Cool.
Thankfully.
That would have been fun to find out though, wouldn't it, guys?
You say fun.
I will
So-
DM whisper it to you. I mean,
It has no spider vomit, so it will.
I mean,
better
it
not harm
has to
its
be
mouth.
an upside somewhere.
It will remain grappled with you. Cool.
Okay.
Caspian, you are freed, Horion. Is it Horion? I need to check that. What have I called this guy?
Maria,
Maria.
Horio. Why do I keep putting an N on it?
I've no idea. I wrote it down.
Alright.
Warren and Huria.
Yeah, Horio. Yeah, I've just checked. I don't know why I keep putting an N on it. So Horio falls out of this cocoon to his knees, looks up at you, and his skin is ashen. His eyes have rolled back into his head. They are just white orbs now, and he reaches up to you, and you just hear "Ah!" And he tries to attack you with a 16. He just lashes out at you with his
No.
hand. His hand, as it moves, you see the trail of shadow behind it. As he tries to just lash out at you, and you just sort of like, not today, are you? Yeah. But it's now your turn.
I am going to back up to my full sort of basic movement, which at this point will be 20.
Is there any reason he doesn't get an attack of opportunity against you?
Because I've got mobile.
Do you not have to attack to get mobile? So there are, because you are mobile, no attack of opportunity can ever be done against you. Holy shit. That's going on the spider's list.
They
Alright,
have
yeah.
to make a melee attack.
Yeah.
Like.
Cool, he will not attack you as you run away.
And then I will shoot him.
Seems
If he attacked me, I tried to save him. He's clearly...
Clearly, of his own mind.
Well, what's my other option?
I don't know, you're Kessfield. Yeah.
Even if I can, like, get him, like, shoulder pinned to the tree or something so that he's not going to, like, kill me instantly, then that's
Can't
my
wait
plan.
for Ruby's turn. I'm just going to go and help Kess. What is he doing?
Oh no!
Fire away.
Run!
That is
You need a 12.
definite. That's 22.
Cool. You just did.
And that is 8 points of damage.
8. Okay. As your arrow hits him, there's a strange moment where shadow sort of expels from his body as the arrow goes through the shadow and hits him, and you hear a grunt of pain, but it's almost like you hit two entities, and then the shadow again retakes its place within, maybe.
Okay. There is literally fuck all I can do about that.
Give me an Arcana check.
You know, here. That's 13.
13. You're very convinced he's possessed. You've no idea how to resolve it.
Cool.
Are you done?
I guess I will. So that was movement, action. I guess.
You get 2 actions, do you not? I mean,
Yeah,
2
but I'm not-
attacks. Yeah.
But I'm not gonna.
Shoot him
I'm
again.
not gonna make a second attack. No, nothing else that I would be doing at this point.
Cool.
If I hadn't already had an action, I would have moved. But that's kind of where I'm at now.
Zandria!
So the spider was grappled with
A bigger.
With Big Bear Sapphire.
a sapphire. Since they're both very large creatures, I'm assuming I can still see and attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no chance of hitting Sapphire unless you roll on that one.
Okay. If I move there, can I attack the spider?
Yeah, because your lance has reach, does it not?
My lance does have reach.
Yeah. You
It
can.
has 10 foot of reach.
Yeah, then that's exactly it. It basically means you can attack from a square back. So yeah.
Okay, I'll move back this way then. And
No.
save some
No,
space.
I mean literally a square back. So where you were was the right place.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
fine.
Sorry, my bad.
Okay. So I am sacrificing the 3 extra diddly-doos to up my armor class,
Okay.
as is my notes dictating to me. 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Which one of you is the D12? You are the D12. I need to reread my lance. It's been so long since I've used my lance that I actually can't remember.
Worst
what I
lance
did.
You know,
lord
my
ever.
issue, and I was like, how do I do this
Where's
again?
Lance Lord? Yeah, so super fancy. So that is
Remember to
11
take the, you took
points.
the 3 off for the AC. So you do 11 points.
Yeah.
Of
It counts as magical piercing damage.
cool. Sapphire, you see this beautiful lance, as described many times by Sandra, just dart forward as if she's wielding a rapier, and it just pierces through the flesh. And you see this shadowy ooze drip out of the creature as it's clamped onto you, and its claws are ripping in and its teeth are biting into your torso. Is that you?
Second attack.
Cool.
I'm so shit at maths. 18 to hit.
18 just hits.
That would be 12 points of damage.
Bam, and again she strikes again. Is that you done?
No, that is not me done. What is it? Do I want to stay there or do I want to leave? These are the questions. No, I think I'll stay. Yeah, I'll stay within relative close range for a change. And then I have Pyro's go.
Yep.
So, where on earth do I put Pyro to get his attack of opportunity? Not attack of opportunity, but just to attack. I am confused. I'm not quite sure where to put him. I guess I could put him on the other side of the spider.
Can he reach?
Well, yeah, he Misty Steps.
How far?
30 feet, but I can also move him 40 feet. So I could move him first and then Misty Step.
Yep, easily do that.
So if I move him forward, and then if I Misty Step to the other side, and then attack.
Cool. You get advantage because of Sapphire?
I mean, he gets advantage anyway because Misty
his...
Step.
because he's
of
hitting
its
on the
thing, he
move.
gets
Yeah,
advantage
yeah. It's like a little weird fair charge.
He pretty much is.
Nyum.
Nyum. Oh, jeez. More than 20.
Yep, that hits.
Goddamn +7 to hit. 5 and 7 piercing. 5 and 7.
12.
12
So you-
piercing damage. 6 force damage. And then, again, more than 20, that's a 19 on
Yep, that
his
hits.
thing, and then plus a 7.
I want to play Pyro.
Another 5 and 7 piercing damage. Whatever that was.
You're doing
12.
better
12.
than I am.
Than all of you.
And 5 force damage.
5 force damage.
And then, with his remaining movement, I'm just going to shuffle him back ever so slightly.
It's difficult terrain that he's moving from, just so you know.
That's fine. I didn't move him very far.
Yeah, the entangling
I only
roots.
moved him.
Is there any reason
Yeah.
he doesn't get an attack of opportunity against him?
Who?
Pyro. Has he got anything that says if he hits, you can't hit me? Or can I hit him as he walks away?
No. Yeah, you can hit him as you walk
Yeah,
away.
yeah,
I don't
cool.
think there's anything that says otherwise.
I gotta check with this party. No one can be touched.
I don't think he has
What?
anything.
I don't think.
Yeah,
I
but
do.
we also can't do any damage, so
What's,
give
Yeah,
us and
that's
take us away.
14. What's Pyro's AC?
Ah, 15.
Cool. Pyro is fine. Pyro is
Pyro
literally
is fine. Pyro.
the tank. Can't be
Yep,
it. Does
pretty
all the
much.
damage. Well, to be fair,
Yep.
Killing / Sapphire is attack. Right, there we go. So that's Sandria's turn. Harry. Harry.
Now do something, Harry.
Come on, Harry.
Literally, Sandra just turns around and goes, now do something, Harry.
Parkour across the rim of the bridge. Leap off the bear. Stab the creature in the forehead.
Yeah,
That's what Xandria would do.
Yeah.
That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna do
What would
exactly that. He's gonna park off the side of the bridge. He's gonna bounce off the bear's face. No, he's gonna park off the side of the bridge.
What would Xandria do, guys?
Is that what you're going to do?
He's gonna move in there.
Did you run or
And
did you
he's-
parkour? Go on, Harry.
Yeah.
Parkour.
Do it,
Parkour,
cowboys.
yes! Acrobatics
Do
check,
it.
please.
Now, an acrobatics check. I believe I
You
can
are
add
really
a
good at
D4.
these. Do not balls.
I know. I also believe I can add a D4 as well, which is quite fun.
I'm pretty sure it's one of those ones where you struggle to roll less than a 14.
Yeah.
But Mel.
18 plus 7
Oh,
plus
shit.
a 1.
So you parkour, leap, and corkscrew with your rapier out in an attack. Do your attack.
Let's see if we attack now, shall we? Watch him miss again.
Down into the water on the other side
Yeah,
of the
just,
No, we're okay.
just Xandria
Just roll
watches and
17.
shakes her head.
What have you
That
rolled?
is a 26 to hit.
Oh shit! Yeah, that hits.
Good.
Can
Yeah,
you
that's a
do 3 points of damage?
Probably.
We got 3
Can you?
D6.
Can you not? All
and a
right. Yeah.
D8.
Okay. Roll.
I'm still rolling it. Oh, I got an 8 on my D8. Get in.
As long as you don't
So
get it on a
16
D4,
points.
you're all right. 16 points.
Yes.
I've heard it
Yes,
said
magical.
somewhere before, but how do you fancy doing this?
He is gonna.
So you're
look
mid-
at
you're
that
mid
face
parkour
that he's trying to
corkscrew.
attack. Oh yeah,
Yes.
even better. Okay. So he's gonna mid parkour kind of be like right in its stupid little face where it keeps spitting things out, and he's gonna cleave the jaw.
Let's say you don't
Yeah.
cleave with a rapier,
Oh.
but you pierce through, and its jaw. You can get both hinges of the jaw with your precision strike, and you pop its jaw off. God knows what falls out of it, and it crumples to the floor.
God, there's...
This has just been a battle of going.
There is a lot of special effects falling out of its mouth right now.
Viscera.
Viscera. There you go. Contents of demonic spider belly.
The giant bear shakes its fur.
Oh,
Harry, is that your turn?
I mean,
As the creature flops to the ground.
yeah, because the creature's flopped to the ground. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Sapphire. What do you do?
Sapphire's probably just going to bite the thing because he's angry at it, but that'll be kind of it.
Give me an attack roll.
I guess he'll probably. Oh, okay.
With advantage, because it's prone.
Exactly. Okay, I guess that'll be a
Ari,
bit of a hit. 20, 19, 20 and 19, so 20.
They hit.
20.
Do your damage, please.
Okie dokie. That'll probably be the head attacks of D12 plus 4. 12 points of piercing damage.
12.
Yeah.
Cool. As you bite into it, it bursts. And you are covered in its bodily fluids all over your maw and face and fur. And black, shadow, misty swarms of rats just pour out of the opening.
was
Just
not
the
what I was
worst
expecting
creature.
to burst out of the spider. I was thinking more spiders, but
I was thinking
rats?
smaller spiders.
Yeah.
Rats is a good trick.
Rats is the swarm token I've got.
That's fair.
It was that or bats, and I was like, or an owl bear, and I was like,
Owl bear. Why is
my
it not an
God.
owl bear?
I can't.
Swarms of
Swarms of
owl
owl bears, Jesus.
Baby owl bears.
no.
And I would feel bad.
Yeah.
Here's an owl bear, Chibi.
Oh
All right.
Chibi, I
Jesus.
missed it. Can I see the owlbear chibi? I missed it. I was scrolled down.
Don't believe it.
my
Oh, I like
That's
him. He has a
adorable.
good face.
I can.
Face
loves
of a
you.
killer. Sorry.
Go on. So yeah, swarms of rat/spiders pour out of its corpse, and they
Fight your
will
rats.
eventually attack
Rats
you lot.
made of spiders.
So what are you doing, Sapphire? That's your action.
Do I get to take my other attacks, or is that my attack action done?
That is
Because
your
I might
attack
be a
action.
Surprise, so cool. Nope, that's fine. I guess.
Mainly because you took it so lazily, you're a little bit confused as to.
Oh yeah, no, I can totally imagine that.
You're like, oh, I'm just gonna
Why
bite
are
now.
the
Oh my god!
rats coming out of this spider?
Yeah, he was just being spiteful to a dead body. He didn't realize it was going to do that.
I thought it was dead too, so you know.
Is there enough space to move around behind them?
Because
Because I know he's a big boy on this bridge.
You could walk just through.
you could probably walk through them, but it'll be difficult. Well, you're already walking through difficult return because
Yeah, it's going to be difficult terrain anyway.
I say you can walk over them with your difficult terrain, but you will take some damage on the way over.
That's okay. I just want to move to here to give some people advantage if they need it, and then I'll into there. So I'm also out of Pyro's way. Just boom, boom. He's like shaking to get all the viscera out of his mouth because that's grim.
As you walk over them, you take 24 points of piercing damage.
Holy shit! Yeah.
That
Are
was
these
that
spider
was,
rats
that was
made of knives?
that was max. That was
Nice.
That's fair. He's like, yeah. I'll say he's kind of stumbling over them as he's got a face full of blood. And he's
Jesus Christ. I'm not sure I could do that.
and yeah, stop there. And then yeah, he turns around, growls at the things because he suddenly is being ripped to shreds by these little things. And yeah, that'd be me.
Cool. Ruby.
So as Ruby is moving away, something occurs to her, and she does look at Cass. He seems to have whatever that is under control. She looks back
Clearly.
and casts Moonbeam to land on the swarm.
Is Moonbeam the 5-foot square? Yeah.
Right, hold on.
Yeah, it's the
Yes,
one
it
that
is
you
a-
kind of go.
A pale beam of a beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range, which is 120 feet.
Okay.
When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain, and it must make a Constitution saving throw.
So, as it comes into play, you damage it, yeah? And then if it...
Yeah,
Yeah, so what's the damage on it coming into play?
it
And
depends.
which swarm are you putting it on?
I am going to put it on, let's say, the left-hand swarm as I'm looking at the screen.
So this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it must make a Constitution saving throw.
No, well, I assume it fails. 14.
14 is the number I have on my sheet.
So it
that's
succeeds, so is that half damage?
just. It is half damage, so that is 2d10. Let me work out which one's d10 divided by.
One looks like a little spinning top.
Got it. So that's half of 9, and I can't remember if you round up or down, so
You're
it would
right,
take
you're round
either
down.
round down, so it takes 4 radiant damage.
Radiant. Oh, you obliterate that swarm of
Rats.
rats/spiders.
Rat spiders.
But you have a moonbeam here. I should be able to
Right. So,
move
do
around.
I now have a bonus action?
Yes.
I move the moonbeam onto the other swarm of rats.
If you
Rat spiders. Spider rats.
if you read it, is it every turn after, or can you do that? Just to double check. If you can, that's brilliant and well played.
Use an action to move the beam.
Oh, is
Each
it
of
an
your
action?
turns
So
after.
it's
You can move the beam 60 feet in any direction.
so yeah. So you can't move it this turn, but on your next
Oh,
turn,
okay.
you use your action to move it.
I was sure it was bonus action last time it
I
happened.
think everyone keeps thinking of spiritual weapon. Because, yeah.
Well, either way, you can't move it this
Yeah.
turn, and you can check whilst it comes around to your turn. So you doing any movement?
Right, no, I'm not gonna move. I'm just checking on this.
Cool, Cass.
You're
You're not going to be hitting the rats, so we can come back to it.
I've remembered that I actually do have a thing that I can do that I should have done last round.
Well, now Cass
It's
feels
cool.
remembered.
I can use my action for it now. So all that distance that I've used to get away from him,
You're going to go back in.
I'm just gonna walk right back up to Huria
Okay.
and slap my hand on his shoulder and cast protection from good and evil.
Boom. And as you do
I
so,
can do that. That's the thing I can do.
as you do
I forget
that,
I have magic.
as you do that, a mist of black, well, mist of shadow really, just
Mr. Nasty.
looks as though it's evaporating from Horia. And he crumples to the floor. The colour of returns to him. His eyes roll back to normal, and they flicker a little bit before he passes out. And the evaporated mist seems to then settle at the roots of the tree, and you see it seeping in beneath the tree, not into the tree, but beneath it.
Beneath the tree. Does he look like he's dead?
Medicine check.
just like-
Give me a medicine check.
Okay. What am I got on medicine? +2. That's not too bad. But counting's hard. That's 19.
He's not dead. He's breathing shallow. He looks like he'll live with a bit of care. But the exhaustion that's upon his body, you reckon, is akin to that of not sleeping for a few days.
Cool. Fab. I wish I had more than one of those, because I'm going to need it.
You gave me 10 minutes, baby. 10 minutes to play with. I was like, oh. To the notes, DM. To the
Yeah. Sugar. I think that's about all that I can do just now. I guess I will move towards Florin.
Cool.
I've kind of committed myself to this.
Zandria. Swarm of rats.
Hello.
Dead demonic spider thing pussing out everywhere.
So I'm gonna get in 10 meters of the rats. Not sure where the frick I'm going to do that.
You can literally step left or right.
Yeah, I guess I'll go there.
There you go.
And I
And
will.
despite Harry's token being a halfling, he's not.
Yeah. And I will roll for my lance. Natural 20.
Rats are dead.
10.
Natural 20, so that's 24.
Cool, rats are dead.
I don't
Yeah,
think you
that's
need
a
to roll damage. I think rats might
I mean,
be
I'm
dead.
gonna do it anyway because I want to.
And then the
that's-
bridge collapses.
Yeah, it's 22 points of magical piercing damage.
Oh,
on
cool, the rats are not dead. That's,
Are they not dead?
yeah, they're definitely
hit
dead. They
them so
got
hard
2
they came
HP.
back.
They got 2 HP. So,
Oh well.
Zandria, that's your action.
Yep. I take it the only thing left is to deal with web
Well,
friends down the bottom.
Yep.
Cool.
You can't
In
see
that
them.
case,
You have no idea.
I know. Yep. No, that's fine. In that case, I'm just gonna stand next to Ari. I'm just gonna look at the mess of goo and crap on the floor. Look at Ari and go, yes, that was exactly what we needed. Thank you very much. And then I'm just gonna give him a peck on the cheek. Well done.
So weird. Ari, it's your turn.
Weird flag.
Feel a warm sensation.
He'll kind of like
Flirting.
look at Zandria, look a little bit, blush a little bit, It's a
Oh,
bit weird coming from
that's
it.
Stop blushing, you look ridiculous.
That's your bonus action.
Bonus action to blush.
No, stop that. You look ridiculous. Please stop blushing.
You just
And
got
then-
poor Sapphire standing there behind, like.
You've 6 seconds, Harry. So,
He'll kind of go to like the edge of the bridge and have a little peer over because he heard that there was shit underneath the bridge.
Yeah, so let's go poke it.
as you peer over and you see the shadow, a mass beneath the bridge, like spilling out at the sides. Give me a charisma save.
Oh, brilliant!
Why would you look?
It's just listening to Luke, just fucking despairing. All of our actions, every time one of us does something, Luke's just like, what's wrong with you?
22.
22?
Charisma save. Christmas save, did you say? Yeah.
Charisma save. Yeah, you all watch Harry, essentially fall, leap, tumble, off the side of the bridge. Harry, you fall through the shadowy substance into the water beneath. The water is about. You go deep beneath it, as if you could dive in. It's a good 15 feet deep at this particular point, where this gash in the earth is probably its deepest. And you see to your right, even though the water's a bit murky, that it does start to shallow out, as if this was the deeper part of the gash. And then you come out of the water, and you're sort of bobbing there. But you do not.
I
Go on.
was going to say, I look over and go, I take it back. I take the well done back. You're an idiot.
Give me that kiss back, you thieving bastard.
Give me it back.
Sapphire?
Had to do it.
Sapphire is going to very confusedly just kind of take a few steps
Kiss
out
Spyro.
of the vines and turn into his normal form again. Because he thinks it's over, no matter what happens. At this point, even if we're attacked by something else.
Cool.
Cool, I'm doing great over here, guys.
They don't know.
Yeah, well,
Ruby, what are you
don't
doing?
know that.
You got a moonbeam?
So it's just been pointed out to me that Moonbeam would have dropped in Tangle because they're both constant, or Moonbeam's concentration.
That's fine. It wouldn't have affected anything.
Yeah. But I'm all the way down here, so I drop Moonbeam because, as far as I can see, everything, spider gone, swarm's gone.
It does appear that way.
And it's not going to help Ari out the river.
No, you've not tried.
Moonbeam Harry is what I'm hearing.
Looking back into the tree line, is the floor still covered in gack?
Yes.
I'm going to start working my way towards Cass.
Okay. Cass?
I'm gonna start trying to cut floor now, and I'm gonna punch my mic.
Good job.
That'll be some spicy audio for you.
Give me an attack roll.
That is +6 is 21.
Oh, yeah. You reckon in the next 6 to 9 seconds you'll have Florian out. Sandra? Are you looking down at Harry?
Yeah, I'm looking down
Give
at
me a
Harry.
charisma saving throw as you see Harry beneath the shadowy mass that's pouring
We
out
know
from
you're
underneath.
looking down at Ari, but what are you doing right now?
19.
Oh shit.
I got good charisma savings.
Yep, stay there.
So did I, but
Yeah, you're fine. I got a lot of DCs going on this fight, so I needed to check. Yeah, you look down. You do feel a bit of a draw to the thing, and the only reason you don't topple over is because you see Ari and it snaps you out of it.
Okay, I'm gonna offer the end of the lance down to him so he can grab on and
Just
try
the
and drag him out.
tip.
Just the tip, not the tip. He's not getting the tip. Doesn't deserve the tip.
You don't deserve the tip. You'll grab the shaft and you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
So you offer said lance to Harry. cool. And between, are you pulling Harry out? I nearly said off.
I'm
there.
pulling Harry out. Yeah.
Cool. You give me a strength check, Harry. Piss wet through grabbing Xandria's lance.
-1 to strength.
Well, it'd be athletics. Give me an athletics with advantage because Xandria's clearly helping you out.
It's probably good. Oh my god. It's a 8.
8 with advantage. You're back. You're back in the water.
Why did Xandria fall for like the fantasy equivalent of a guy who couldn't change a light bulb?
Oh,
Like,
light bulbs are
Use your
difficult,
reroll.
right? You have got
Use
to
your
reroll.
reroll.
You've got to reroll.
It's fine.
This.
We have one
Oh
reroll.
yeah, you have a reroll. Use it.
yeah,
Just
use
use it.
that. This is
Okay.
definitely what we need to use it for, not anything else.
Yeah, nothing else is gonna go wrong at all.
Yep.
This
I'll
is
see you guys when I'm in
surely-
whatever nasty plane this thing's on.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah,
Nat
fine.
20! Nat 20!
You
Yeah.
go
Right, get
nat
out.
20 for getting
You
it.
roll 3 dice. You have an advantage and a reroll given to you by the lovely fans, and a nat 20, and you manage to pull yourself out of the water up a lance instead of just swimming 5 feet to the side. Jesus, Harry, it's your turn. I will say that was your turn, Sapphire.
You don't get a turn.
I'm so disgusted by
vetoed
that.
it.
You get a turn.
Still no sign of Kes.
Sapphire,
In fact, Kesfion's not been around for about 36 seconds.
I was about to say he's gonna look around and he's realizing that the other two haven't come back. He was like distracted by giant spider, but now the other two haven't come back. He is going to, I guess, shout out for Kes, just like as loud as he can, like big proper leonine voice. Caspian.
More Mufasa, less Simba. Give me a perception check, Kes. Wow. Do it again.
Perception is 23.
Yeah, you hear the roaring Mufasa across the plains and the trees.
Is it a free action to reply, or do I have to wait till my turn?
You
If he can reply, then I'll start heading for him.
You can reply.
We'll shout that we're over here in the woods.
Okay. In that case, what's my normal speed? It's
You move yourself. Ruby.
Still moving towards Cass.
Cool. Kes, you break out Florin. Florin,
Yay.
give me a medicine check on Florin.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Florin does not seem to be under the same
Oh, thank God, because I do not have another one of those spells.
situation as Horia. But she does drop to the floor. She is very. She's in the same state of exhaustion. She's just not in the same state of possessed by death shadows.
Okay, cool. I will try and in fact, I'm presuming. Fuck it. I will try and sort of pick her up and move her over to beside where Huria is.
As you do so, the shadow does seem to be reaching out to grab her, and then just fucks off beneath the trees. As you look around and they're both out of the cocoons, you notice that the shadows have completely faded now. There's still the gooey gack stuff on the floor, but the shadow does not seem to be present anywhere around you. You can hear your lot coming towards you. You see Ruby, 10, 15 feet from you, just ploughing her way through the sticky stuff. You've killed the creature. Ari's got wet. Hey. Pyro's had a bit of a blast. And we're going to end the session there. Because it's 11:05. Well done, guys. You didn't die to the death spider.
Still didn't get across the bridge, though.
Well, Pyro did.
Time, come back.
Pyro did.
The true MVP.
Pyro, the strongest of
He is the Fable and the Titan.
The mightiest. Well done, well played. Prepare yourselves, make sure you know your characters very well, because I foresee the next arc of where you guys are to be quite combat heavy, unless you do indeed
Oh no.
try to speak to the spider.
No.
Well, you say that, but I only have to hit you I don't even have to hit you, and you bloody fall over with your 4 hit points.
But I have 18 AC. I'm fine.
Yeah, because no past level 7 it's that hard. So thank you very much, players. Sorry about missing last week, but we should be back on track for every week. Thank you very much, viewers, whether you're watching it on YouTube or the VOD or you watch live. Thank you so much for the rerolls. They had loads of them and used them all, so thank you very much for that.
We needed them. Thank you.
Definitely needed them.
Check
Well,
it-
you know.
Always need them.
Check us out on social media. Check out Loki battle mats. The battle map you saw tonight is one of theirs. The chibi tokens, the Coyote Greys. Go to Roll20. Just type in Coyote Grey and you'll see them. They're so cool, so cool. If you like chibis,
So adorable.
I love them. I use them for all my RPGs, Cyberpunk and Fantasy. So go check them out. Thank you very much, Ruffworx, etc. Check out Patreon. Just check us out. We're amazing. Love us. We love you. It's been great. Is the dearest Ashana streaming?
Mm-hmm.
So we are now going to raid Ashana, one of our sponsors. She's a glass crafter. She makes lots of little figurines. I guarantee you will not be disappointed if you stick around for 20 minutes, half hour, if you've got the time to check out what she's making. It's so incredible, so skillful. I love her work. So thank you very much. And for now, say goodbye, please.
Bye, please.